Thank you, 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 please, 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 come on, you're too kind, you're too kind, please, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. All right. Let's calm it down, let's calm it down. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you all to the first ever, the W's. I am your host, LordBalvin. We are on Twitch.tv. This is not possible without them. It's not possible without you at home watching. And I am your host, LordBalvin. Tonight, we are going to go through a celebratory evening looking back on last year. But no, as you all know, I can't do this alone. I need some backup. I need my brother. So please, everyone, welcome me with me, our other hosts, our co-hosts, OmegaPro and MoonMonkey. There. Oh.
Time out of your evening to come here. And we hope you guys are excited for tonight. We got a lot of great things, some guests, some videos for you guys to enjoy. And of course, celebrating the awesome year that was 2022 in terms of entertainment. Other things, well, you know, we had some things to take our mind off that at least.
Very true.
Got a lot of announcements tonight.
Yes,
we got some special guests. Don't want to blow the load, but chat, I need to see W's in the chat. We're giving out W's.
W's. I want to see W's.
Night.
W's.
I need to see nothing but I need to see them dubs.
And
not
yes,
single U's. Not U's. I need them shits doubled. Let me get them out the way for now before on front page. But yes, the W's.
Yes, there will be guests. We have an assortment lined up that will be joining us throughout the evening, but I'm going to go ahead and break down the structure of the show to you all right now. So, we're going to go through categories that are not, not the little ones like, the best sentence of the year or the best Doug year of the year. We're going to go for the big ones, the one we can all enjoy together. Things like movie of the year, artist of the year, song of the year, game of the year, all of the big ones. We don't want to spend too much time fluffing around. And how we're going to do this is myself, Moon, and Omega have all selected 2 candidates that deserve our personal W of last year for best game, best song, you know the rest. We'll also have some chat interaction with some polls going via our great mods, W mods in chat. We might even bring in a lucky chat member to bring their voice onto the stage as well. But if we're going to be on the front page, I don't trust most of you, so we'll see. But I got to ask you fellas, what category are you most excited for? Let's start with Omega.
I can't lie. It's got to be the game of the year, man.
Yeah.
I love video games. We play video games for a living, and last year was stacked. And I know there's a couple video games out there that everybody's expecting us to talk about. And trust me, we will. But I have a lot to say about these games, and I'm just very excited to celebrate them with everybody.
Me as well. Moon, how about yourself?
Movies. Listen, we had fun with the movies. We got a lot of talk about with the movies. There's some sleepers, and there might be some controversial statements when talking about other movies. You're going to find out soon, but it's definitely movies. It's definitely going to be movies.
Okay, then we got some feedback that's saying, Omega, you're kind of coming in a little quiet.
I'm quiet.
A little bit. I don't know. Let's do a test. Talk really fast for us.
Hello, everybody. This is your friendly neighborhood OmegaPro.
How does he sound? Because I don't want them to. Moon sounds amazing, but I don't want him to blow out their speakers. He's really quiet. One second. Let me see if I can contact our sound guy. Hey, John.
Or my comms.
John, we talked about this, bro.
John, I don't want to have to hurt you.
Also, I got to talk to John again because he messed something up with the audio. We are echoing through your mic on Discord.
John, hold on.
John about to be John Doe in a little bit.
This is the W Awards, but can we get an L of the year to John the Sound
John!
Guy?
Throw some L's in chat, please.
About the audio.
I need some L's. Listen, all right, little technical difficulties. Trust me, he's going to handle John. He's a little. Listen, he's new. John's new. This is his first time out here. You know, just a little conversation about what we're just having. Just a little conversation.
Okay.
L for John.
Okay.
You know.
Now, I am hearing that John turned me up in the headphones. How am I sounding now?
Okay. How does he sound now, everyone?
John is telling me in my headphones I can go a little louder if you guys need it.
A little bit. Hold on. I can do a little bit more on my end. Hold on, because John might not come back. Please bless us with your presence. Omega, one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever annual W Awards.
Okay, perfect.
Let's get it, baby.
Okay.
Am I lower now? Am I lower?
Go ahead, keep talking.
Yo, chat. Welcome. W's in chat. I'm not seeing enough W's. How do we sound?
Okay.
How do we sound?
Okay, W's indeed. W's indeed. Yeah, John's dead, guys. It's all me now.
Okay.
I'd like to really fast though, but while we're going forward, before we go deep into the show, I want to let y'all know that everything you're seeing tonight, whether it be the designs, any edits, any funny bits, any whatever, that was all handled by us. Moon made the graphics. And some other surprises y'all see later was all done in-house. There was no third-party sources. It's all us.
In other words, what he's saying is that for our first W of the year, we would like to give that to ourselves.
Yes. I guess. Yes.
Get out the way.
Yes.
Reserve them to the side.
Can we get some W's for
Make
the
some noise.
crew we got going on here? For
Where's John? Tell him to put the applause back on. Tell John to put the applause back on.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Well. One more thing before we go to our first category. I want to say that even though we did do the heavy lifting on this event, this was not possible without Twitch. And I'm very, very thankful that they would give us this opportunity to have some fun, have our own control over it, do our thing with their push and their belief in us. So thank you, Twitch. Twitch.
Thank you, Twitch. W's for Twitch. Thank you.
Twitch.
Thank you for believing in us and putting us on the front page here. We appreciate that, and we'll do right by you. Trust us.
Now, that being said, what's an award show without awards, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I'm thinking that we start out strong. We start out big.
Okay.
We start out with something that we all want to talk about.
Okay. Whichever mind.
I think we do movie of the year. What do you think?
Ooh,
I'm ready. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that.
Okay, this is one of the ones that we was hyped for. Y'all heard it. This is Moon's most anticipated category, and we're starting off with a bang.
Yes, we are. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you movie of the year. Let's take a look back at some of the great nominees from last year. Movie of the year.
I am Puss in Boots. Only beholdeth. Hey, Zion. You want to see something cool?
Hooray! The legend will never die.
Oh my God.
From your secret friend.
Underneath the bridge,
Who?
top has sprung a leak, and the animals I've trapped
Haven't a clue.
have all become my pets.
Let's play a game. Does any of this mean anything to you?
You've become quite a celebrity. Why is he writing to you?
This is a certified hood classic. Trapaholic mixtapes.
Vengeance.
And that's all we have time for Movie of the Year. Back to you, Balvin. I'm gonna. Oh, John. Oh,
I thought we got rid of him. Like,
Talk to him. If I talked to him, this will be the last time we talked to John.
from the grave, he had one last thing to try to throw a wrench in our plans. Like, John in the chat, boys.
Oh my
John.
God, I'm getting sick and tired. Okay, anyways, no, no, it's fine. Sorry, John. See, John is messing up everything. Look at John. He's ruining everything. He's gone. Anyways, that was our look at our nominees for last year. We wanted to show more nominees because there were a lot of great films that we'll go over today. But as you can see, the budget did not allow for that much to be shown, so we had to kind of wing it. We had the debut of some voice acting from OmegaPro himself, and not only Omega, but also MoonMonkey. I mean, amazing performances. As
hold on, Balvin, because we also had somebody on the ones and twos. Can we also get some W's for the soundtrack on Balvin's part?
Awesome job from Balvin, really tying the whole trailers together, everybody.
You might be
sounded excellent.
You might be R40. I'm going to be the buck. You might be R40.
Something in the way.
Live performances. Critically acclaimed.
Something in the way.
LordBalvin. Real hood trap shit.
Yeah, sorry. Just a taste. You can't get it all.
Right.
You can't get it all. But there were two great films shown in that reel, and I think one of those was actually one of your favorites, Omega. So good that you even decided to reiterate lines that you knew from the movie. No practicing. That was all one take.
He freestyled that.
I did.
Omega,
I did.
Please go into detail about what Puss in Boots means to you and how that movie was received.
So, everybody, Puss in Boots 2, by the way, there was a first one, but we're talking about Puss in Boots 2 was quite a buzzer beater in the year of 2022. It did come out in December, and everybody that's seen it has fallen in love with the film. From the beautiful, artistic way that they animated everything in this film, from the story, from the characters, the comedy. We know how cringy comedy can be when it's too forced or when it's not really feeling like it's coming from a genuine place. But the Puss in Boots 2 genuinely had tears in my eyes, not only from laughter, but from the surprising, touching moments, and all of the character interactions and the relationships between the characters really, really hit deep. One of my favorite parts about the Puss in Boots 2 is one of the main themes of the film is Puss's fear of death, pretty much. At least this is the way that I decided to interpret this movie. Right. But that is something that I've struggled with my entire life. I've struggled with anxiety and depression and a fear of the unknown, the fear of not accomplishing enough, the fear of trying to be somebody that I think other people want me to be. And the Puss in Boots 2 tackles all of those really heavy themes masterfully. I have to say, hats off to the writers there. Hats off to the voice actors, everybody that's worked on that film. The art department, you guys killed it. The Puss in Boots 2 is by far one of my favorite films ever made, regardless of it being animated or not.
That's beautifully said. Beautifully said. Now, I gotta ask you. You said that it tackled themes that not really get tackled much in movies as well as they did in this, like anxiety and depression and stuff like that, and how it related to you. I want to ask, have you tried being happy?
You know, that's something that I hear a lot about. You know, a lot of people come in and say, hey, man, do you know that there's somebody else out there in the world that has it worse than you? And that is true. You know, I have not given that one a try yet, but now that you said that, I think I got some clarity. I think I'll try that next time. Thank you.
Yes, of course. That's why I'm wearing the suit for a reason, you know?
Growth.
Yeah,
I'm also
for
projecting because I also want to, never mind. Moon. Moon.
Yes.
There was a film shown in our reel that you not only voice acted in, but I think was one of your favorites of last year, The Batman.
Yes.
Tell me about that film and how it affected you.
Okay, so boom. We're coming out of a Marvel rut, you know. Everybody might be a little fatigued on the formulaic, you know, structure that Marvel's given us with the happy-go-lucky, lot of movies. We've just been, you know, kind of fatigued. I found the new 2022 Batman to be refreshing, but also true to the Batman IP. I feel like the detective aspect of Batman has been something that probably has been, you know, glazed over a little bit, you know, in favor of more action-y sequences, you know, a little detective-y. But this one is a true to Batman detective feel. Love the color grading. I love the palette. I love the mood. Most Batman movies are definitely, but this one I felt like was that perfect blend of, it wasn't too broody, but it felt applicable and everything fit, you know. And not only that, but we got to see a spotlight on villains that it's not the Joker,
not because you're off, Bane. You're kind of glazing right now. Nah, I'm just playing.
Let me glaze. Let me glaze.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Come on, it's Krispy Kreme, baby. Let me glaze it up.
2022.
Let me glaze it up. We getting the Riddler out here. We rarely see the Riddler. Interesting take on the Riddler, you know. And I was a little skeptical when I saw, you know, my boy being casted as Batman, but I was sold. He kind of did it. He kind of
Robert Pattinson really shined, sparkled, if you will, in this movie.
John, cut his mic. Cut his mic, John.
No, John, don't do it. Don't do it, John. Don't do it.
Good joke, Omega.
This guy is good.
You
This guy is good.
glazing.
This guy is good.
Yeah,
This
thank
guy
you.
is good.
Thank you.
This guy. I'm the host, by the way, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't cut me off ever again. I got him. I got him.
You a funny guy.
I got him. I'm funny?
I shit myself.
I'm funny.
Huh?
What do you mean I'm funny?
I mean,
funny looking? What's going on?
You're a comedic talent, and Twitch is happy to have you on the platform, which is why they put us on the front page. Thank you, Twitch, for powering this.
If I may glaze a little more, Balvin, you're looking great. What shampoo are you using? You're looking immaculate.
I would say what shampoo I'm using, but we're not sponsored by them, so I'm giving no free plugs.
Drop the bag.
Love that.
You know what I mean? But if someone does want to reach out one day, we are open. This is the first, but not the last. The W's. But just you know, it's just it's my ancestors. You know, they live in my hair. You know.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Not literally, but like, you know what I mean? Like, they're
very eloquently put.
Right.
Okay.
It is the month for it.
What are you laughing? What are you laughing?
No,
keep the form, Balvin. Keep the form.
Hit my funny bone.
Keep the form.
So, Batman, Puss in Boots, 2 great choices, by the way. I mean, lovely films.
Thank you.
Puss in Boots. I'm grown, so I don't watch animated movies. But Batman.
That's fair.
Oh, you guys are funny people, man. Batman, though, that really hit because that really showed that, like, it showed 2 sides of an incel, right? Because the Riddler went off the deep end. He wanted to blow up cities and so forth. Whereas Batman's a Chad. He could have went down the dark path of scrolling on TikTok and, you know, being misogynist, but instead he became obsessed with bats and wants to beat people up at nighttime. That's my kind of guy, personally.
Okay.
You know, but there were also another movie, though, because we have 2 choices here. So, Omega, what was your second choice? What was your other W you want to give for last year?
My other W that I wanted to give out for last year, this one again, another buzzer beater, but The Menu. The Menu is a film that I did not know I ever wanted to see.
Right.
It takes a lot of the toxic qualities that are surrounding the culinary industry, which didn't really know that was a thing. I don't think most people know that's a thing.
Right.
However, it takes that and sort of like amps it up to like 1,000,000 and creates this really dark, twisted story. And the whole time you're watching it, you will be at the edge of your seat and wondering what's coming next, wondering what is really happening in this film. Where it starts off as just a normal introduction to a bunch of rich people eating at a really fancy exclusive restaurant,
Right.
turns into one of the most captivating films I have ever seen, with amazing performances from everybody involved, from the director, the talent, the actors, everything, just beautifully done. And I gotta say, if you are the type of person that likes a thrill, if you're the type of person that likes suspense, this shit is fire. Also, the burger in the movie had me on titanium, but that's neither here nor there. I'm a fat ass.
Amazing, amazing breakdown, honestly. And I love the way you wrapped it all up by commenting on your weight for no reason.
You know, of course.
MoonMonkey,
Yes.
what was your second choice?
Okay. So following the trend with very stylistic approaches to 3D animation like Puss in Boots, The Bad Guys, honest to God, one of my favorite movies of last year. Just really entertaining, really captivating. Love the characters, love the animation style. It does like this really unique. It's like that kind of like that Spider-Verse frame choppy kind of, and it's from an artistic standpoint. As someone that went to like school for that type of artistic, kind of fartsy shit, like I love that. I'm going to analyze most 3D movies, like the way how they animated the.
Right.
I'm looking at, like how like a producer hears a song like, oh, okay, so they did that with the instrumentals,
Right,
okay,
the
the
drums,
EQ.
right.
I'm watching this shit, it's like, oh, okay, so that's how they gonna rig, that's how they gonna, and I just fell in love with just the animation
And
the
Diane
smears.
is a baddie.
Somebody,
Somebody-
okay,
Continue.
okay, so
He ain't lying.
anyway, story, I love that type of, Ocean's 11 heist kind of ordeal, already got me up. I'm already in that bit. I already seen all the Oceans right now.
Right.
And I'm seeing the bad guys come through. I just feel like it just came at the perfect time in my life where I just wanted to see something fresh. It hit me in my G spot, and it just kept on doing it, and I enjoyed
What
it.
was that?
What was that?
Where
Hit you in
did
your
it hit you?
In my heart.
Oh, okay.
See,
Oh, sorry, that's what I thought you said.
The G spot, like
Yes.
gangsta.
Yes, the spot, the
Right.
gangs. Oh,
Keeping it G. Come on,
gangsta.
come on.
Yeah, I got
Keep it
you.
G.
I got to
Nice.
translate on the fly for those at home, that might not
Right,
understand.
right.
Like, because where we come from, like, my bad.
It's all right. No.
It's all
Take
good.
your
It's all
time.
good,
Take your
bro.
time.
It's all
Take your
good,
time.
bro.
Take your time.
Absorb it.
We weren't supposed to make it here, bro. Like,
Come
We
on.
weren't.
Talk.
no, I'm good.
Mm.
I'm good. Wade in the water. Wade
It's
in
the grizzly.
the water, children. Wade
Maybach music.
water. God's got some trouble in the water.
Metro don't trust you. I'm a.
Sorry, it just the Holy Spirit took over for a second.
That's
Yes,
real.
yes, yes,
That's
yes,
real.
yes.
That's real.
But before we go to our last W for this category, which should be me, we're gonna have a group discussion about that.
Okay.
I think we have our first guest on the
A
line.
guest? Oh my
Nobody's in the
gosh.
chat.
Who could
They
it
are
be?
not ready
Who?
for this
Who?
one, baby.
Who? Who's it gonna? Who could it be? Who could our first possibly get? Who could it be? Let's see. I would like you all to please give me a warm welcome and introducing our first guest of the night, me. So, what I feel like
Yeah, me going there. I'm
On
not gonna
your
lie. That was
toes.
not in the show notes.
He's going off script.
On the fly changes. I'm thinking on the, it's gonna be cool. But our first guest though, please everyone, round of applause for the one, the only CyYu Kaggy Films, Alejandro. Please, round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. Hello. You are now.
He left.
God damn it, Alejandro. Where'd you go?
I think he heard my Puss in Boots voice acting and
I messed up the overlay. Now
little competition.
Oh my god, man!
Someone call John.
Come on, man. Is he ready,
Call John.
man? Is he ready? Can someone please grab him for me, please? Is that possible?
John.
I'll do it. Jesus Christ!
I can't drag him. I don't have power.
Hello, CyYu! CyYu! We got him!
Oh, he's here.
We got him!
How's it going?
Big fan.
Big fan.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, I decided to suit up.
Oh,
What are you wearing tonight? What's the collection?
I like
You know, it's just something. It's yeah, no, I'll make it at it.
Nice.
So, how are you doing, man? How are you feeling?
You know, I'm doing all right. You know, John screwing everything up like usual, but you know,
As always.
We'll talk to him.
We'll talk. Well,
We'll talk. He won't.
We know you're. We know you're a busy man, and you have plenty of things to do, plenty of places to be. So I want to ask you, what was your favorite film of last year?
oh god. I mean, probably Puss in Boots, if I'm gonna be honest.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Go into a bit of detail about what Puss in Boots meant for you.
I mean, Antonio Banderas sang a song. Like, how could you not like
Right.
that?
That's true.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
not-
I mean,
Now,
technically, yeah.
CyYu, I know you're, a critically acclaimed voice actor. I don't know if you caught this, but I was the voice of Puss in Boots in the trailer in the
Oh
beginning.
well,
Can I get your- Can I get your honest thoughts?
That was amazing, by the way. I was like, oh, can they show? So I was like, I was watching from the stands and listening in, and I was like, something's different here. And I was like, wow, what an immaculate score. What this this voiceover. I can't believe it.
Beautiful.
The score was
Beautifully
me.
done.
The score was me.
Good
I was
job,
big.
Balvin.
So
Yeah.
that was the ting sound whenever you drink the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It took me by surprise because I was like, oh, they got clips, and I was like, wait a minute.
Where was that? Didn't we? Could have
Budget was
fooled you.
not that
We doing
large,
big, we doing big.
unfortunately. So we I Puss in Boots too. I mean, what a like out of nowhere project to just like take us by storm at the end of the year, right? Like
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing about it was apparently it's been in the works for like 10 years. So that's that's the insane thing. So I think obviously like over a decade they were gonna rewrite a few things and just change up stuff here and there. And I'm glad. Look, I love like what DreamWorks did here, but I'm really glad they waited because the animation style that they've procured from like I'm sure inspiration from like Spider-Verse and what they just kept going on after like from the bad guys like
I agree.
yeah please keep going in this direction. This is great. Kung Fu Panda, please let it be in this style and that'll be my favorite movie.
I'm excited for Shrek. Yeah, last Puss in Boots was 2011. Yeah, that's 11 years. Yeah,
And that movie was also good, by the way. I don't know if anybody's like actually watched it. That one was also good. This one is a different level, but first Puss in Boots fire.
I saw clips. I don't think I can go back and watch it because of the new style. Does that make sense?
Really?
Dude, the new style is just so good.
The new style is
very good.
The new style is incredible. I love that they took a bunch of different styles and put it into one movie,
Yeah.
And you can even see the advancements of like 3D animation from like, cause 2011, that movie looked amazing, right?
Yeah.
And it still looks good to this day, but compared to what we have now, like it's no comparison. And
For sure.
I think it's really cool. And I really do hope that like going forward, we do get more stuff like this and more exploration of art styles and more blending of clashing of styles for more animated movies, because despite my joke earlier, the animated movie medium is arguably the best medium there is because you can do anything you want to in those movies.
Correct. Yeah.
We're starting to get anime like in that 2D, 3D animation like transition style. So you expect to see that in the future.
I gotta say, when you made that comment, I had some thoughts. I was like, you're not gonna say that in 2023.
No,
what are you doing?
We're jokes. We're putting on a show.
A couple of goosters over here.
I'm a silly guy, But I think, anything else you want to say, CyYu? Thank you again for coming on.
Yeah, watch the movie if you haven't. I've seen it like 3 times. I saw it
film.
once. I saw it. I think I saw it the first time at my house, and then in theaters, and then back at my house.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Love to hear that. Love to hear
watch
that.
the movie.
Well,
And Antonio Banderas, if you're watching, I love your voice.
if
love you.
you're
Thank
watching, email me, bro.
Put me on, please.
You know what I mean?
Come on,
I
Puss
know
in
you
Boots,
heard-
his new best friend.
If you got, is there voice stunt doubles or something like that? Like you heard
Yes.
me, come on, bro. My contact email down below. You feel me?
Hey, I'm sorry, but there's already one, and no, it's not me. His name is Eric Bauza, and he sounds just like him.
Oh, Mega, I'm sorry.
All right, but if anything happens to him, we got backup.
But nothing's gonna happen to him, right? Okay, I want to make it very clear.
Lord works in mysterious ways.
Hey, Eric, I did not do anything. I do not condone these actions.
Okay, again, nothing's gonna little hee ha ha joke, you know, comedy. Though before we lose everything, CyYu, thank you. W's in chat for CyYu, please. Why use in chat?
Why
Use in chat? Why use in chat? Thank you so much for coming through. Matter of fact, round of applause for CyYu. Hold on, round of applause.
Beautiful.
Round of applause. Round of
Thanks, y'all.
applause.
One of the best
having me.
YouTubers to ever do it. Ever giving out dub? Can we?
Honestly, wait, yeah, W for CyYu.
W for
W for
Now hold on.
No.
Now stop me if I'm glazing. But
No.
CyYu just took over the VTubing game.
Okay.
Stop.
Hey,
You're glazing.
No.
You said stop.
Let go.
You're glazing.
Don't stop me if I'm glazing.
Keep glazing.
And-
Let him glaze. Let him glaze.
And he's taking over the voice acting industry. He's the voice of every character you've ever known and loved. He's a famous YouTuber, famous streamer. CyYu, round of applause for CyYu. W for CyYu in the chat.
Thanks.
Hold your head with pride. This is a prestigious award. I want you to hold your head that no one else can talk anything to you like this because you have a W.
You do have a W.
You have a W. You are the first
Not many
individual
people can.
person to receive a W tonight, actually, ever. So
Let's go.
hold that prestigiously.
I shall.
Well, CyYu, thank you. We're gonna let you go now. Go back to
All
doing
right.
whatever.
You know,
Yeah.
successful ventures you're into right now.
Whatever mansion you're in.
Time to watch Puss in Boots a 4th time.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right,
That's
brother.
my guy right there.
Thank you, CyYu.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Later, y'all.
Please leave.
That's my
Okay.
boy. That's my boy.
All right, W CyYu. W first guest. Am I right, fellas?
I mean, come
I'm
on.
messing with it.
Nah, genuinely glazing aside, the things that he's been able to accomplish, everything he puts his mind to, he succeeds at. It's very inspirational. So again, just big thank you to CyYu for coming on the show. We really appreciate that.
And if you guys don't know, go follow him on Twitter, at Kaggy Films or at CyYu VTuber. He is like,
You'll be surprised.
you probably have
like,
watched
what-
the show with him in it. You
Yeah,
didn't even know.
Or
it.
played a game
video
with him in
game.
it. Like
Yeah.
he's there.
You'll be
Like-
surprised.
Like it's almost weird. He's one of those guys that is weird to call him a friend because to somebody else, that guy's God. You know?
Yeah.
What-
Like
so I always get kind of like I get like these reality checks where it's like I've known CyYu, Kaggy, Alejandro since like 2012, maybe even before. I don't even know. It's been a long time. And like every once in a while, I'm like, he voices in Genshin Impact. You know, he
Yeah.
voices in like he's in like
Fire
10
Emblem. Like,
10 anime a year, 10 video. I'm like, this dude is like real life successful. And then I look at myself like, damn, what did
Hey,
you
man, you-
mess up?
hey, man, you're going to be there soon.
Hey,
You're
whoa,
going to
whoa,
be there
whoa,
soon.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Hold on, hold
you
on, hold on, hold on.
sexy
We
son of
just
a-
can't give W's and you just take some
Come
L's like
on,
that.
man. No,
Put the L
W
back on the shelf,
man.
Omega.
W
Put that-
man.
Put it back. Put the L back on the shelf. That is not for you. All right? We're giving out W's tonight.
Turner.
Put it back. Put it back. Put it back.
Okay, sorry.
All
We're
right.
hosting the W's right now, baby. W's
Yeah,
only.
okay. All right, I like that.
We're all
You
about
held the
uplifting
low.
each other.
But
Oh, yeah, what?
nothing. But
Okay.
to end off the category for movie of the year,
Mm.
I feel like, you know, it's gonna come back to me, and you know, the reason why it's come back to me is because, you know, 2 of my picks were taken by these 2, which is fine, because it all worked out in the end. Because there is one film that I feel like is universally praised,
Yep.
loved,
Okay.
and I watched it for the first time last night. so I can finally comment on it. I reserved all emotions and expressions on this film so I can finally share it with all of you, with my boys. I haven't talked to them about it yet. So, the movie, you probably guessed it already, is Terrifier 2.
Sleeper.
Yes.
Sleeper. Caught me off guard.
It's about a killer clown that is actually possessed by like some kind of. I'm kidding. Why are you booing me? Jeez, man, relax. Jeez, the movie obviously is everything, everywhere, all at once. Round of applause for that movie, actually. Hold
Yes.
on.
Wow.
Round of applause.
Masterclass.
Round of
That
applause for
movie
that movie.
is like just an artistic achievement.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'll take the floor for a second since
Go ahead.
I'm late to this party, and y'all know I love movies. I love cinema. I love films.
Okay.
And it took me a long time to get to this one, but I made sure to watch it before this and before the Oscars coming up soon. Also, W's over here only. That movie, I'm a changed person now after watching.
Okay.
it. Like, I genuinely, if you would have asked me yesterday what my favorite film ever was, I'm saying The Godfather, no question. Like, it's I'm not even debating you. That's been my favorite for my entire life, essentially. But that might have changed last night because
Yeah.
the way that movie expressed so many different struggles in an artistic way, I can't even fathom how they were able to take the struggles of being just an adult, a person, just a person of any ethnicity, race, gender, doesn't matter. Then on top of that, took the struggles of being somewhere that you don't feel like you belong, whether it be being an immigrant in a country that doesn't accept you, or being gay, or having a mother that doesn't accept you because in their generation it wasn't normal. And they take all these different things and blend them, and it comes back to one thing at the end of the movie: love. Love is the one thing that keeps us together. No matter generation to generation, to different mindsets, per anything, it all comes back down to love. And I thought that it honestly, I'm gonna be. That was the first movie to ever make me cry, ever.
Ever?
I've never cried.
which part made you cry?
The part that made me cry was in the near the ending sequence.
Yeah, I
when,
already know what you're talking about.
Near the ending sequence, whenever she was going through all the universes and the obvious the line that's been across the world, in another life I would have liked to do laundry and taxes with you. That
made me cry.
That
Yeah.
entire sequence where like she realizes like what is worth it, like what because you notice there was a period in time whenever she and her daughter were on the same page almost. Her daughter almost convinced her like, yeah, we're the same. There's no matter what universe we go to, it's all pain at the end of it. There's always at the end of the road, there's always gonna be an L. But her mom realized that the universe gave her someone that was kind to her, someone that loved her, someone that she loved as well. And no matter how different they were, no matter how annoying they were, she loved every part of that. Even if in one life she was a superstar kung fu actress, it doesn't matter. Because it's okay to live a regular life with your regular husband, with your regular daughter. It all comes back down to love at the end of the day. And I think that the performances in that movie, the actors, the actresses, everyone knocked it out the park, man.
Yeah.
But that's my first spiel on it. I think the takeaway of like just the way they showed love in that movie and how the key factor was love that tied them all back together. Thought it was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
That was honestly beautifully said. I there's nothing else I could add on to that. The movie, in my opinion, does kind of something similar to Puss in Boots, to where like it tackles really serious, heavy subjects and gives a lot of representation for a lot of other folks out there that may be feeling very similar to some of the characters in the movie. But all the while it's punching you in the gut and being heartfelt, it's making you burst out laughing as well, because the movie is also extremely hilarious. That movie is a modern classic, a once in a generation type of film. We're going to be talking to the next generation about this film.
Yeah. I'm honest. You took love from it. I think the biggest part that I took from it was choice. You know, the choice to let go, the choice that, all these multi-dimensional realities. It was like, man, I could have been an actor. I could have been a lot, like all these choices. And a lot of times when you make those choices, it comes down to like, dang, am I making the wrong choice?
Right.
And a lot of times it's like the choice to just accept this is the path and be happy. Sometimes even choice to just hate and just like let it go. There's a lot of times that we hold on to things and it's just our choice and we have no reason to do so. It's just our, like, it's kind of like self-inflicting. And I think that's what I kind of like saw the most, that stuck out the most. The moment the mom chose to stop fighting it and just let love happen, it just hit all the more. I think that was the main. You took love, but I feel like the choice and the love are pretty much interchanged because they're all intertwined throughout this whole movie. I think that's the main thing that kind of like hit for me the most.
I just wanted to say that I've known MoonMonkey for how long now? This has been years. This is the first time I've ever heard him say anything seriously without a joke being at the end of it.
Yes,
So
No.
holy shit.
I genuinely liked this movie, you know?
True.
And like to go into like there, like I saw a lot of different like influence. I saw like the Matrix in this movie with how they handled like, you know, just moving between realms and stuff. I just saw like so many callbacks to other movies and it was done in a tasteful way, on an artistic and in a cinema. I really enjoyed this movie.
And I was gonna say, a great point, Omega, by the way, on the moon thing. That's hilarious. I didn't even realize that. But
you only get this once.
I thank you for sharing that. To get not even to get away from that part of the movie, but as it was filmed, like from a cinematography and like art and lighting, like all those things combined, it was also spectacular on all those fronts. The way that you got so many different things out of this movie that it's hard to even categorize it. Because in the beginning, it feels like a drama about a family struggling, the laundromat and taxes and her husband and the divorce, etc. And then it kind of twists into like almost a thriller or a horror movie whenever his brain gets taken over by a different version of him. Then you're like, what's going on? And then it becomes an action movie by some of like the literal coolest and most unique fighting scenes I've ever seen in my life. Whenever he used his pan bag as like a weapon, almost like a nunchuck, like it and the fight scenes weren't just like, oh, punch, simple. It was like really well choreographed, like, really great fights. Like, I was blown away by that first fight especially, but then they kept getting better and better and better and better. And then what I loved about how they expressed the themes in the movie is how much fun they had with clearly there was very serious moments in the movie, and then all of a sudden there's a world where they have hot dog fingers. Like, and in any other film,
and honestly, the hot dog finger world too also was like very touching. Like,
because the way they circle back around to that,
like, beautifully done.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. Because at first it was very gimmicky, very weird. How do you make a hot dog world serious? But then it ties back into, even at the end of the movie, there's a universe where her and her husband don't get together and she falls in love with this lady she's afraid of in one universe, or she hates her in one universe, or she's her enemy in one universe. Like, there's so many different. I think that the way that they used the multiverse in this was perfect. Because it was super unique. The whole concept of like taking parts of other versions of yourself and jumping back and forth. The Ratatouille thing was hilarious. The raccoon reference, like, I really loved how much foreshadowing they did that you wouldn't even expect, because no one thinks that when she's just saying Ratatouille wrong, that a different universe, the Raccoon-Atouille actually exists. Like,
that's another thing I love about this film too, is like nothing is a throwaway. Like, everything has a point. Everything connects to something else. Everything is everywhere.
You a
all at once.
John is
are you a ventriloquist?
Stepping on your cables.
That's impressive. That's impressive. Oh, okay. Solidarity.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So somebody like tapped into my universe, I guess. And one of my favorite parts of the film too that we haven't touched on yet. I never thought watching two rocks would make me emotional.
Bro, that was one of you're so right though. That was one of the best scenes in the whole movie.
Yeah.
With just the text on the screen and that simple conversation.
Yeah.
So profound. So profound.
Yes. No, man. I'm probably gonna go back tomorrow and take some screenshots from that exact scene because I think like the shot plus the way they used the text and what they said to each other.
Yeah.
What did she say? You can just be a stupid rock here, and that's it. And everything. Yeah. And I love how like.
And I think we all relate to that too.
Yes.
Like that's the thing. Like
yes.
we all would be like that. Like there's an odd like piece in that, you know.
Yes, that being self-aware that like no matter what, at the end of the day, we're all just small and stupid. Like, and I think,
speak for yourself, but no.
You are pretty big.
I meant stupid thick, bro. Come on, like.
Hold on. Matter of fact, this is my show now. All right.
Okay.
It's my show now. Anyways,
everyone,
cut their audio off, John. This is my. Okay. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, chat. I miss my friends. Anyways, all right, you're back. I forgive you.
Uppies. Uppies. You're not small. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Uppies.
Anyways, I was wrong. I was wrong. We need some help over here, y'all. We need backup. These boys they took too many perks. But I think that the overall consensus, the W, like the W of all W's, has got to go to that. Oh, and
absolutely
the score.
Oh yeah,
bro.
The music.
Honestly, it's more emotionally like music is much more emotionally triggering to me than anything else is. Like,
okay,
there is a ballad or a sound or a synth is much more likely to get me to cry than any performances. That's just how I'm wired. Like,
yeah, like I agree because there's sometimes where like I'm not crying at a song because it's depressed. Like, because I'm depressed or whatever,
right.
or it's depressing, but I'm crying at the sheer beauty of like the song. Like it emotionally overwhelms me, and I get brought to tears about just how beautiful the thing that I'm listening to is.
Or sometimes it's a callback to another moment in your life, and like sometimes like a chord or a strum, they'll take you back. It ain't even got to be recent. It'll take you back 8 years, just a specific moment. You know where you were. You know what you was eating. You know how the direct time. You looked up. You saw on your mom's oven clock, and you felt what you felt at that moment. It took you back. You know.
I feel like Balvin ruined your poignant moment there.
What do you mean? I thought it was beautiful. I thought that was beautiful.
So what I'm hearing is that you guys don't want the critical
no.
I see what you got me on here for. I see what you got. No. I'm gonna give you what you asked for from now on.
I'm scared of what that might be. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a Joker moment on the front page. Oh no.
Thank you, Twitch, for powering this award show.
Wait, I got a jump pad. Hey guys, I come to warn you from a different universe.
Oh my God.
Yeah? Warn us about what?
The universe. We move on to our next category. All right,
nice transition. Nice transition. Well, since you're throwing us, Moon, what's the next category?
How we feeling about? We
haven't. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh well, I was gonna say how we feeling about moving on to I don't know, TV shows.
I like that TV show. TV show of the year. Oh please, yeah.
Beautiful.
Omega, start us off.
Oh, I would absolutely love to start us off. I watch a lot of TV shows, and my first award has to go to what I believe to be a revolution, a renaissance of sitcom, the best in its class, in my opinion. I love sitcoms. I love comedy TV shows. I know a lot of people don't, but my God, Abbott Elementary is such a breath of fresh air, and this recent season has been absolutely hilarious. Abbott Elementary is a show in the vein of like The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Rec, where it's like this sort of like mockumentary style TV show, except it does it, in my opinion, better than all of them do. You really feel like these are real characters that are existing in this world. And one of my favorite parts about it, pretty much for all intents and purposes, predominantly black cast. And finally, for the love of God, we have people writing black comedy that understand black comedy, that understand what we find funny. There's a lot of references to pop culture and like a lot of like Twitter memes that are like kind of obscure that this show like works into its script, and it never sounds corny or ridiculous. It is genuinely hilarious. The characters in the show are all really funny. They're all really fleshed out as well, which is like I'm cooking. I'm gonna brag about this show because everybody that's working on the show is super passionate. They're very talented, and they need their flowers. If this show ever gets canceled, I can't say what I want to say on the front page of Twitch. However, they better not ever cancel the show, because this show is a stroke of genius, in my opinion. It's I believe 3 seasons deep at this point. Each season has been an absolute banger. And if you like comedy, if you like sitcom shows, if you like that mockumentary style show, this one does it the best. You're going after, you're following teachers that are teaching at an elementary school that doesn't necessarily have the best budget. I'm sure a lot of us can relate about going to those schools, and you see what it's like from like a teacher's point of view. And of course, with every great comedy, they also have moments where they're making a statement, or somebody has like a prejudice they don't know that they really have, whether it's about like single mothers or something like that. And it really like shines a light on a lot of situations and a lot of issues that a lot of people may be going through, a lot of underprivileged people may be going through. And it's poignant, it's beautifully told, and of course the whole time you're going to be laughing your ass off. Yeah, I agree. Abbott Elementary, absolutely show of the year. One of the best sitcoms I've ever watched.
Beautifully said. Wow, great. You're good at this stuff, buddy. You're good at this stuff, buddy.
That's because I'm powered by Twitch.
Love to hear that.
Moon. Good luck following that up. Well, what's your, give me one of your shows.
Listen, everybody, coming close. I'm gonna tell you about the best show I've watched last year. Okay. And it's called Warrior. It was produced and conceptually based off of a story that Bruce Lee, the legend himself, he created. It's a script and story and a drama pretty much based around, immigrants coming from China, on the West Coast. There's a lot of interracial turmoil going on. But, throughout all that, the action is fire, the characters. A lot of times you're invested into characters. They're just like, wait, why am I rooting for you? But it puts you in the perspective, like, I understand where they're coming from. They're giving you action. The choreo. Bro, Bruce Lee,
Go.
A legend. You know his body of work. And it's all seen throughout this. I think you're getting another season this year, but I highly recommend, if you have not already, 2 seasons are out already, watch it. It is fire, and you will be hooked by the time you're halfway through the first season. I'm telling you right now. I am telling you right now.
He's telling you right now.
W's in chat.
Beautiful. W's in chat.
Warrior starts with W.
Warrior. Yeah? You ain't gotta.
It's already got the W.
Warrior. Anyways, I'd like to go ahead and give one of mine out. This is not my show of the year. I'm gonna say that for the next one, but I will say it's probably top 3 or top 5. Wait, hold on. I was texting for a reason, because we're gonna have a surprise guest.
Okay.
Surprise guest. Hold on. Let me just go ahead. Just do this really fast.
Go ahead.
Let me see. Make sure they answer, of course. Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome on to the show, featured in Abbott Elementary, an actual member of the cast, and we're friends, right? I'm not paying you? Yeah. Okay, cool. Could you say a few words for Zach? Any words of inspiration?
Hey man, I just want everybody out there to know, bro. You know, you just need to, put faith in God. You know, I just gotta thank God. That's it. I just thank God every day.
Beautiful.
That was beautifully said.
You just
Thank God.
You have a perk right now?
Nah, bro, you just gotta thank God.
He's on God, bro. He's on God.
You know, when it comes to everything, media, entertainment, all of that, I just thank God.
Just thank God. A word.
Thank God.
I wake up
Every day, man. Can you Dougie real fast?
That's why, I gotta thank God.
You gotta thank God for real. You know what, bro?
Thank God.
Thank you for that beautiful message, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Hey, I think, thank God, bro.
Thank God, bro. That's it, man. Hey, thank you for not, causing me to lose my sponsorship today. I appreciate it.
And, that's why I just thank God,
You just gotta thank God, man. All right.
Hashtag thank God.
You losing nothing, because if you lose something, we all lose something, and then, we don't get to thank God,
You got it.
I never thought about it like that.
All right, bro. Well, thank you, bro. They're putting W's in the chat for you right now.
Don't thank me, thank God.
W God. All right, thank God
W
in
for
chat.
God.
Thank God's in chat right now. Thank God's in chat. Don't put W's. Thank God's. Don't W's. Just thank God's. All right, brother. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go pray real fast. All right, man. I'm gonna go. All right, bro. Be easy, bro.
Hey, nice seeing you.
Hey,
Thank God.
Say it
Yes,
again,
sir.
bro, so they can hear it.
Hey, I love you.
Hey, I love you too, nigga. Friend. Oh, I gotta go. All right.
My person of color. My person of color.
Okay. So
Hey, we got 1 an hour.
you know,
you know what I'm saying?
Whenever I talk to my friends, it just kind of. Whoa. Okay.
Thank God for this opportunity to be on the front page of Twitch right now. Thank you, Twitch, for powering us. The W Awards 2023. We hope you're having a good one here in the chat, here at home, wherever you're watching from. Thank God for that.
Thank God. Like I was saying, Warrior, great show. Love the casting. The fights were amazing, Balvin, what show touched you last year?
God.
Twitch for the get me, bro. My bad. Okay, the show that touched me, bro, was okay. Let me lock in. For my first W of this category, The Boys season 3.
Okay.
Talk on
Oh
it.
my God.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Any milk drinkers in the chat?
Oh my God. What
Okay.
incredible. Okay, first off, all of the acting on the show, phenomenal. The dude that plays Homelander, put him on a watch list because he might be a little, I don't know.
He's too
He
good.
playing it too well.
He playing a little too good. A little too good. But I will say that I think that the way that show is a general commentary of like literally all media we consume and the world that we exist in, and they do the comedy so well. It always hits. It never feels cringe, and if it is, it's on purpose. I think that it really makes a good joke out of the MCU, which I love the MCU mostly, but I think that
Pays for some boo-boo water, but yeah, MCU's fire.
mid of the year, but I feel like
The
this
MCU.
I feel like that we not only was the show a breath of fresh air, and it's something that we desperately needed. It's genuinely good. It is genuinely, the writing is phenomenal. The way that they have constructed this new direction for season 4, where we're gonna have Butcher and the team getting back together, trying to live in this new world where Homelander's son is looking to be Homelander Jr. Homelander is gone off the deep end publicly several times, but now he doesn't care anymore. He's not worried about Vought. He's not worried about his the dead milk that he's not getting anymore. He's fully focused on being loved by people, because that is at the end of the day, no matter what else that he's trying to get, all he cares about is being loved and appreciated.
True.
But like in an incel way, you know? So, and he's
I also think just to like cut in real quick before you get away from that point. Speaking of him going off the deep end, I also think that's a great commentary for where we are at politically in the real world too. Like seeing that like you could be like insane and still get support is crazy. That's all I'll say. Nothing else. Nothing more.
There's a lot of real world correlations to that. I wonder who he's referring to.
Yeah, it could be anybody. I don't know.
I thought she was finna reveal something. You got me scared for a second. I thought she was about to join. She was switching teams, bro. I don't know what was going on.
Oh no.
Woo, Jesus. But I agree. I do think that again, he is a commentary on him especially. He is him and his supporters are a big commentary on a lot of things that are currently in our world. And I think Anthony Starr's performance as him is so menacing and so terrifying that he can't walk around with his hair dyed blonde in real life. I'm sorry.
I was about to say he's one of those characters that sort of like falls into the role to where like you kind of are
that character.
Like, you know, like I'm not calling him Homelander.
I'm not gonna say that, but you know, he's not. I'm not gonna say he's Homelander, but I see what you're getting at. You know, I see. You know,
if anything, that's a W towards his performance that he's that good. That when
absolutely.
you see him, it's like that's the
especially
character.
whenever he's a character that you are like based off of his actions and his beliefs and how he moves. You're supposed to hate him. But his performance is so good that you still like seeing him on screen. It's still
that's
terrifying. You don't know what he's gonna do next. It gets very anxiety inducing. But he's not someone like the Deep who you just roll your eyes when he hits the screen because that guy is just a Hall of Fame glazer. You know,
they do a good job at like making characters that like you just like hate. Like the Deep is a bozo, bro.
Bro. Oh my God, no redemption for that guy. He's cooked.
Yeah,
he's cooked. I can't do it. But yes, not to spend too much more time on that. I think that The Boys season 3 though is definitely in my top 3 of last year because I think I didn't even get to talk about Soldier Boy and Jensen Ackles' performance as Soldier Boy and how him waking up in this new world kind of similarly to Captain America. But this is how Captain America would really act if he woke up and Samuel L. Jackson was the first guy he saw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't.
I just caught that.
Yeah. He spits.
Yeah.
But Soldier Boy is the exact kind of like is exactly what you'd expect someone that was moving around in the 50s, 60s, and 40s and 70s to wake up in the 2000s and things are very different now, right? Not even just like stuff, obviously, like, you know, regular societal things, you know, and progression of like acceptance of people, but like technology and fashion and all these different things. You get to see this war, not even hero, this war veteran that is objectively a bad guy in the past and now. And I really like how they handled his character. And I think Jensen Ackles' performance is great. Also, I think the guy that plays Huey. The guy that plays Huey is great as well. Kamiko, W character, like all around. I think I really like every character in that show. Every character in that show is great. But enough glazing. Omega, what's your second W?
So my second W for show of the year has to go to one that came out very, very early in the year. Now, one thing about me, y'all gotta understand, if there is a combination of these two things, I'm locked in. Zombies and a Korean or Japanese director, okay? And All of Us Are Dead has that. Now, I understand this show is like, every time I talk about this show, people either agree with me when we ride its meat, or people say it's overrated or it's not that good. Maybe it's because I just so happened to watch the show before it got any hype or anything like that, so I didn't have any preconceived notions of it. But when I watched it, I was glued to the screen. It is a very entertaining show. The premise of it is pretty much there's a zombie outbreak that happens, and the main cast of the show are high school kids that are just like in school one day while this outbreak happens, and all the things that you think would happen in a zombie apocalypse type shit end up happening in this film. But it but the way that it's handled in this movie is like just incredibly tense and extremely entertaining. Zombies as like in media is something that I was like over for such a long time with, you know, The Walking Dead, you know, Left 4 Dead, like all this other, just so much zombies in media. But every time I've seen a Korean director or a Japanese director or something like that tackle something like this, they always have like a really fresh spin and fresh take on it. One thing that I really love about zombies in Korean films in particular is that they ain't no Walking Dead like type. Nah, these motherfuckers, they're sprinting at you. They're strong. They leap, they jump, they sprint. You know, it's genuinely terrifying. And seeing like these kids get brought up in this situation where they have to figure out how to survive, how to escape, is awesome. And if that wasn't enough, there's some supernatural like sort of twist that happened as well towards the end. And then of course it sets up for what could be an amazing season 2 of All of Us Are Dead. So I highly recommend that. It is out on Netflix.
W's in chat. W's.
That was great. You sold me on the show. I haven't even watched it yet, but the way you broke it down, I might watch it tonight.
You feel me?
Wow. Whoa, mega.
Yeah. Whoa, mega.
Now, MoonMonkey.
Yes, sir.
What was your second WB?
All right, hear me out. I'm going off script real quick. All right.
Okay.
But hold on to your wheel.
What's going on?
My W for 2022, my second W I want to give off for show of the year is going to Vikings Valhalla. Now, I don't know
That is not in the script.
if you're like me,
Not in the script.
but
Not in the show notes.
Oh,
but after watching Vinland Saga, I was definitely on a Viking kick. I wanted anything and everything Vikings to consume. I finished Vinland. I played God of War 2018, and I was just on a high. Someone said, yo, there's a show, Vikings. Check it out. Peeped it. All right. Vikings, just to be on some hyperbole, probably not even hyperbole. I actually stand by this. It's probably better than Game of Thrones in terms of how they do it, families and stories, and how they do just living the Viking life. It's all about your family, your clan, putting on for your for Valhalla, for Odin, you know?
I don't
And-
know if Dominic Toretto was in Vikings. Or...
Very-
Trust me. It is like
Family.
that.
Nice, beautiful.
Season 4 might be the best season. I've never, if that's the type of timing that they are that they're on in that world, man, I'm ready to sail. That show had me ready to sail. I was like, man, why can't we do this
I love
as a
watching
brotherhood?
fight.
Sail the hood, you know. But if you guys haven't heard, it has a resurgence. It continued. Vikings Valhalla. It has continued on with the legacy, and they picked right back up in terms of stories, characters, war, religion, class. Like, if you're really invested into like the interpersonal, interconnecting like relationships that went on in Game of Thrones, I feel like they take that to the next level. They put it almost in a real world setting. Of course, there's a little bit of a, mumbo jumbo, a little spirituality, a little special effects, a little bit of a little liberties they may have taken here and there, but they will grip you real quick. Characters you're invested in, characters you will hate, but you love to hate them. And sometimes you might even be with them. It's like you see the path they went down. He's like, I kind of see how you like this. And you kind of start like, do that. You just start being for them, And
Right.
I like how they put you on this roller coaster and they take you on for the ride. And I'm clamoring for more. Shout outs to Vikings Valhalla. It's one of my favorites.
Wow.
Season 2 is dropping. Actually, it's out right now if you haven't peeped.
I love
Check
seeing
it out.
Moon passionate. It's something that hits different about the
It does.
MoonMonkey.
Hit my
Jumping out of his
G-spot.
seat, being excited,
Hit my G-spot.
Gangsta spot.
Gangsta spot.
Right in my
Gangsta
heart.
spot.
Right in my heart.
All right.
Gangsta spot for the front page.
Well,
Yes, sir.
great selections and great choices. I guess that just leaves me. And I'm sure you're all at home wondering,
I'm pulling out a seat for this one. Go ahead, gang.
what show would Balvin mention? If you don't know me, if you don't watch my streams or follow me on Twitter, you're probably very, very interested to see what I'm going to say next. So, my second W and my favorite show of last year is the one and only Peaky Blinders. Oh, I cannot, I'm going to bet to get my bag. I cannot express to you how good this show is in that it literally had a finale that I was like, I was stunned because it wasn't bad. It wasn't okay. I was sad it was over because of how good it was. And to break down what about this show, I'm going to only go into season 6 in particular. Not the entire show, but 6 in particular, which was the last, which was for clarification, this was the last season of Peaky Blinders. The finale, over 5 seasons of pure peak greatness of gangster fiction. It tells a story about 3 brothers. Fresh out of war, growing up in Birmingham, bro. Nothing, a small town, nothing going for them. They went to war and came back broke. They're all war veterans, all war heroes, and came back to their city broke with no love. So this turned them into gangsters. And the entire show, you see them dealing with PTSD. You see them dealing with all these different values and struggling of, how do I live my life? How do I have a wife? How do I take care of my kids? How do I go legit? How do I stop living this life? But also, without this life, I'm nothing. Without being this gangster, without being this anxiety-ridden, PST-driven mobster, I've got nothing going for me. So season 6 is the climax. It's the bow on top of watching these from the mud. From the mud, these small town gangsters are now top of the world. They've got everything. And the best character in television history, played by Cillian Murphy, Tommy Shelby. One of the best written characters I've ever seen in my life, and also one of the best performances. This show made me a Cillian Murphy stan. If you don't know who Cillian Murphy is, he's been in a lot of really good movies. But this show is as far as acting goes, the way that he shows the many emotions of Tommy Shelby through such small things that you'd only notice if you watch the entire show every season. You picked up on all the small, because he's not a good person. He is obsessed with money. He's obsessed with winning. He's obsessed with this lifestyle that he's been forced into due to the bad circumstances around the city he grew up in. But now he can't let it go, because from war, he comes back home and all he knows how to be is a soldier. But he was thrown back into the dirt after being in the dirt for months and months and months, to come back home with no celebration, no medals, no money, no love. He builds up this empire, and in season 6, you watch him try to tie the bow on the top on how to finally, all of his past mistakes, all of his enemies that he's created over the past 5 or 6 years, all of his accomplishments and all his failures all come back to him at this last season. And you watch him masterfully execute a plan that you couldn't even conceptualize. You couldn't. Every episode, you're like, how does he get out of this? How does he win? How does he win again? And he does it again and again in ways you would never expect. Even whenever he loses, he wins. The music, the cinematography, the acting, the writing, the lighting, it is genuinely one of the best shows I've ever watched in my life. And last year, the finale came out and wrapped it all up in preparation for a movie to come out in 2 years, which is going to be a continuation, maybe not directly a Tommy story, we don't know, but it is a continuation of the story of the show itself. But if you like gangster stuff, because it's raw, it's gritty, there's gunfights, there's fighting, there's drinking, there's not like the super high level choreography, but the real fighting, the two dudes brawling in a pub kind of fighting. You get to see the two mob bosses play chess, but with soldiers of actual people. You get to see a story about gangster fiction. It's not Italian mobs. It's not Italian mobs. It's not the Irish. It's something different. And it is a show that I'm very passionate about, and I love it very dearly. And it has changed my life for the better, and sometimes worse. Because I remember the first time I watched Godfather, whenever I was younger, and I saw Michael Corleone up there, and I was like, dang, I want to be that guy. That's not a good guy. Same thing with this show. I'm like, I want to be that guy. but not in that way though. Not like in the endangering his family kind of way for money thing. You know, like it's you have to pick apart these personality traits. But that is my spiel. Go watch Peaky Blinders. It's on Netflix. You have no excuse. All seasons are done. Show is finished. Go watch Peaky Blinders.
Y'all got to get somebody in your life that talks about you the way Balvin just talked about Peaky Blinders.
I need somebody in my... That's my bad.
Are you good, bro?
My bad. Oh, my bad.
Standing ovation. That was beautiful.
My bad.
That was amazing.
That is the most glazing for me all year. All right? That was the most glazing you'll get out of Balvin. I'm back to hating.
Speaking of hating,
still
W's, yeah.
Tonight's all about W's.
would we like to bring in our next guest to talk about their TV shows?
I think it is time for another guest to come on the show.
Now, Balvin, I think you're the strongest person here, so I think you're the one that has to throw him on the stage, if you will. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you guys to a phantom, a ghost.
A ghost.
A name that you will probably recognize if you've been around for a while. You know, someone that you may see on my stream or Omega stream or Moon stream, a very close friend of all of ours. Please, ladies and gentlemen, help me in welcoming the legendary, the long forgotten, the artist formerly known as ZzToastie.
Oh my God. The rumors are true. The rumors are true.
We got him.
Is this thing?
We got him.
Is this thing on?
We got him.
There he is.
We got him. We
There
got.
he is.
That's him. That's him. That's him.
We got him.
There
That's
it
him.
is.
No, I will say before I say anything else, I am a little hurt that I didn't get chosen for the movies. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. No. Hold on. No. Stop. All right. Because we actually discussed this beforehand.
We did,
because
actually.
Moon was like, should we get Toastie in here for the movies? And I'm like,
I did.
He's here? And I look at the Discord, and you're there. But I already asked CyYu to do it. So I'm like, well, I can't swap out CyYu. I already asked CyYu.
Understandable.
And, you know, I would have loved
Very
to have
understandable.
you.
You were my first pick. You're always my
That's
first pick.
cringe, okay? As the host of this show, I
bro.
did what I had to do to keep production in order. Mr.
I
Off
understand.
Script, don't tell me about first options. But
Toastie,
thank you for making the
as a
graphics
fellow
of the
black
show.
man, Toastie.
I couldn't have done it without you.
I would have uplifted you first, Toastie, as a fellow black man myself.
you.
Oh,
Yes.
give me. Oh, okay. It's because I'm light skinned,
Yes.
isn't it? Okay, cool. No.
Whoa, are we
Okay.
being colorist
Okay,
now?
cool.
Are we doing
It's
that?
because I'm
Are we
light
doing
skinned,
that?
isn't it? Okay, you know what?
No.
It's not
Toastie,
that bad.
forget the
Whoa.
TV show. Who is your favorite black person ever? Go.
Damn, favorite ever? Shit. That's actually tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't
that's
answer,
tough.
bro. TV show. What's the TV show? Come on. Give me a TV
Favorite.
show.
Okay.
Favorite TV show of last year.
So, all right. So, wait. Do I have to pick two though, right? So I get to pick my favorite
Pick
and then
two.
a second one.
Yeah.
All right. So the runner-up is the After Party. So y'all know somehow would have had to try and glaze Spider-Verse in some way. So Phil Lord and Chris Miller made a show on Apple TV, and nobody watched it because it's on Apple TV.
Yeah, I never
Ain't
heard of
nobody
this,
watched it
not
on
gonna
Apple TV.
Yeah. All that stuff.
It's pretty much just it's people at a high school reunion, and it's a murder mystery. So some rich dude gets murdered, and then every episode is a separate person's recollection of the events of that night, culminating to the solving of the mystery. So it's kind of like Knives Out, but not exactly the same. But
Okay.
I think
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I love the show. I think everybody in it is great. Tiffany Haddish is in it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Sam Richardson. If y'all know Sam Richardson, you might not. I don't know. He was on The Office, I think. So Omega might remember him.
I don't know the name.
It's called the After Party. You said, right?
Yeah, The After Party.
Huh.
By Don Toliver.
Okay, I'll pull up. You know.
Not by Don Toliver.
But yeah, no.
But,
But yeah, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, Spider-Verse. Those guys have a great. When
Don't miss.
When that's on your resume, I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of it's an easy sell to watch the show. So
Yeah.
okay, cool. I might check that out.
That's a great show, but that's not the best one. All right, so Omega brought up the menu earlier, right?
I did.
And I understand exactly what he's saying.
Give it to
right
me.
Yeah.
Now, imagine if the menu was a TV show, but was actually about strictly the food industry. You have the bear. The bear.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
The bear is a fucking masterpiece.
Wait,
God.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I heard someone else do it. I'm sorry.
It's a gosh darn masterpiece, if you will.
It's a gosh darn masterpiece.
There you go.
But yeah, so pretty much The Bear is about a guy who inherits a small sandwich shop that his family member left him after he died. So he has to pretty much scrounge to create a family out of everybody who's, and it's like, you know, it's the food industry. So everybody is always on different times. Everybody's always like kind of bashing heads because it's not easy. Like the restaurant business is not easy. So that one is just like, it reminds me a lot of what Omega said about the menu. Like it's the trials and tribulations of it, like kind of bring people down to a place where they have to like find the bare essentials and like care about everybody else on a very deep level. And like that all together in that one season, it's only one season so far. It came out in 2022. Yeah. But that show, it hit. Yeah. That one, it also hurt though. Like, so I'm just saying if you don't want to get hurt, I don't know, that might not be the one. Okay. The after party might be more your speed.
Wow. Beautiful. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you too. Honestly, to be real, 2 shows I have never heard of.
You haven't heard of The Bear?
No, the Bear was like being trending for a bit. Like,
The Bear was trending for a little bit when it came out. I'm surprised. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of it. But also, you know, not him. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad. All right. So, but 2 shows that I will put on my list, specifically because this guy right here told us about it. Because if it's in a different timeline.
This guy.
Toastie, what's your movie of the year for last year?
Now it is Puss in Boots.
Okay.
Hey!
Okay.
Now it is Puss in Boots.
Yes, sir.
Toastie, why are you talking about movies, Toastie? TV shows.
Oh, I heard
movies too.
I heard movies.
I didn't hear that.
No one said that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, my TV show of the year is The Bear. Like The Bear is my TV show of the year.
Puss in Boots though. What about that made you like why is that your favorite?
So Puss in Boots is all right. So first of all, everybody knows I've glazed Spider-Verse to a different level.
You what?
All right, but I'm not hearing this from you. No, but I'm not hearing this from you.
I didn't even
because
know
I ain't saying a single thing about when you be glazing it on the timeline. I'm just saying.
When I be glazing what?
Puss in Boots.
Bro.
You be slobbering, bro. Like you be getting a mess on the ground. I'm just saying.
Toastie, nobody can. You was putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers when Spider-Verse came out, nigga.
Guess who didn't fry you? Guess who didn't fry you though? For every day that you talk about this movie. I'm just saying. Who let you rock? And who didn't let me rock when I was happy?
But Toastie, you were a different beast, bro. I'm talking about like every millisecond I was seeing some Spider-Verse stuff on my timeline.
This man wouldn't let me be happy. But anyways, Puss in Boots is a fantastic movie, and mainly because of how deep it made that. Like, I went in with like 0 expectations. I knew it was gonna look good because I'd seen the trailer. That was my only expectation. Like, the movie's gonna look good, but I didn't expect like the actual depth to the story that it had. Like with Puss in Boots having an actual like thing to fear, and it's something that he couldn't like just fight like in a superficial way. Because, you know, if Mans' time is running out, like he can't really just fight like carelessly like he normally does. And I think that really added another depth to the character that we really didn't see beforehand. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, before this movie, I'd always like thought that Puss looked a little off. I guess because they tried to make him look so realistic back when Shrek 2 came out and everything. But now he actually looks like how I would like him to look. Like he looks amazing. So that. I think Kitty Softpaws, even though she was in the first one, I think that she's really good in this one. Like, I think there's a lot of depth to that character too. And the dog is just too cute. The dog is just too cute. It's hard to beat that. Yeah. But yeah, no, that Puss in Boots is a great movie. Like that is my movie of the year from last year. I'm not gonna lie.
So you're a child.
Nice.
Second, I might fight. Anyways, my second would be The Batman, but that's second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man-child.
Man.
I might.
Violence
on
the front.
Toastie, you look great here today.
Sponsored. I can ruin your career, bro.
Hey, that's all right, and that's
Yo, not too much on Toastie. That's my boy. That's my man.
That's
my
ZzToastie,
man.
everybody. Thank you.
That's my man.
Thank you, ZzToastie, for showing up on the first ever W Awards. We do appreciate you, gang.
Good lord, that's our friend. That's who I'm vouching for, right there. That guy.
Yeah.
Woo. All right. Well, good talks, y'all.
How we feeling tonight, chat? How we feeling?
I was gonna ask chat really fast. Chat, what was your TV show of the year last year? Give me put something in the chat, y'all. Give me something in the chat. Give me names. Give me names. We got the Bear, Warrior, House of the Dragon. Oh, here. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
The Sandman. I haven't seen that yet. I heard good things about it though. Alice in Borderland.
Alice in Borderland is fire. Y'all need to watch.
W Decision. Okay.
Better Call. Okay, I have not watched the last season of Better Call Saul.
All right.
But that is a journey.
Okay. Well, Sandwich Peak. Yeah, I saw a lot of. I was really actually happy that it did so well, and it has a season 2 greenlit. I think, especially based off of the comic is based off of Legendary. So I'm glad that we got another good adaptation from a different media rather than our typical Edge Runners. I haven't seen Edge Runners yet. Cyberpunk, but I heard good things about that. I've heard really good things about Cyberpunk. I've heard fantastic stuff about Andor.
I haven't heard anything about Andor.
I've heard people say that Andor, this isn't saying much because Star Wars is kind of mid. People are saying that Andor is kind of like their favorite Star Wars.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I'm sorry. That's what
Mandalorian exists. I'm sorry.
I know, but I'm seeing people say that like Andor
is ass.
No,
you don't mean
I won't
that,
have
first
it.
off.
We will not have it.
We will not have it.
Not have it.
Go.
We will not talk nothing of Mandor here.
Mata.
My bad.
Oh man. Okay. Well, a lot of good TV shows. I love that. And someone said Better Call Saul as well. Haven't seen Better Call Saul, but I've heard
Ozark.
Fantastic things. I've also heard a lot about Ozark.
Yeah.
There's a lot. That's a lot of good TV shows, bro. And like,
yes, sir.
I need to like create a space where I can just go like sit down and watch a TV show instead of like watching at my desk or like in my bed or while my head's in my window. I need like I need a space to like sit down and watch stuff. But thank you, Jeff, for all your nice words and all of your participation. I think next it's time for us to go into music.
Oh, this is this is a section of.
Bag.
It was hard for me to choose between like what I was more excited for, to talk about Game of the Year, to talk about some of the music that came out last year, because my God, what a year it was.
So I'm glad you're excited because I am as well. Ladies and gentlemen, our first category for music is Song of the Year. And I will pass this to you first, Omega. What was one of your songs of the year in 2022?
Okay, so I'm going to give my runner-up first. To just sort of switch things up a little bit here. But one of my favorite songs of the year is definitely When Sparks Fly by Vince Staples off of his album Ramona Park Broke My Heart.
Hey, Omega, where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah, where are you from?
Rhode Island.
Oh, okay. Just curious. Continue.
Okay. So the reason why I really love this song is because to me the song itself sounds really beautiful, and the subject of the song is pretty much it's like a big metaphor talking about what could be considered hey everyone, what happened?
What's up?
Hey everybody,
what's up?
So yeah, like I was saying, When Sparks Fly is a love song about a gun, and it's beautifully told. And I gotta say, the song itself is just one of my favorites to listen to, just because of the vibe. I love the way that it sounds, and of course the subject matter and stuff I thought was very interesting, very great lyricism, and it's a beautiful song.
Could you give us a rendition?
No.
All right, fair enough. We tried, Balvin. We tried.
Okay.
We tried.
What's your number 2?
Oh, my no. You want me to go straight to my?
We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go like that. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Well, my absolute favorite song of the year is "At a Time" by The Weeknd, off of the Dawn FM album. Yeah.
My bad. Continue.
Nah, you was saying that, ho. You was saying that. Yeah. "At a Time" is just, again, beautiful song, great vocal performance by The Weeknd, and that is one of those songs that like when it comes on or when I throw it on, look, I can't sing to save my life, but if you got me messed up, if you think I'm not singing that at the top of my lungs, hitting all them falsetto notes, sounding like I'm about to break glass type, like that song right there, that's the one. It just make you move tight, you know what I'm saying? But I'm out of time. I'm not gonna put y'all through that. But you know what I'm saying? It's just beautiful song. The Weeknd, great artist, great song there, and definitely one that I'll be bumping in 2023 as well.
Fair enough.
Beautiful. Two really good songs. Number one.
Good picks.
Out of Time would probably be my number one in a different universe.
Yeah.
But because that album was fantastic. I mean, wow. But not Out in Time yet. It's Moon's Time. Moon,
Okay.
What were your 2 songs of the year last year?
All right, so boom. You already know. 2001. Masego and David Morrison, you know, they dropped a little song called Yams. It's cool. It's cool. Good vibes. Really good song. Real good song. But in 2022, Fetty Wap's Jersey native drops his cover of Sweet Yams. And that started doing numbers. You know, everybody starts, you know, came around the perfect time, Thanksgiving. You know, you're already looking at the yams, you got family together, you know, and you sometimes you would hear your significant other, your insignificant other maybe, you know, and you're looking over and you might see some sweet yams.
Let me
you know?
get to the yams.
But
Sweet
Yams.
Show me the way.
The way.
But not too long after Fetty Wap has dropped Sweet Yams, he drops a remix of Unbiblical Proportion with oh my God, bro. Ooh, bro, this, I'm sorry, Masego got his song Lil Wayne. All right, there. I don't know if you guys know during Lil Wayne's run in the early 2000s, if he starts to put lyrical words on your instrumental, that is now his song. This song is now Fetty Wap's song. Y'all can argue with your mama all you want. That song does not belong to Masego anymore.
I actually agree. I did not like the original song when it was going viral. Not that I didn't like it, but I was like, this ain't really all that. Heard the Fetty version, my life changed.
I think his voice is just so much more warmer on it, and I feel it fits it more. It's like one of the he made a song that I can like say to like maybe like my niece or nephew like 20 years, like, oh, what you know about this nephew when it come on? He made one of them joints right there.
I feel you.
He made one of them joints. So that is definitely one of my favorite songs of last year. And you guys already know for my second pick, one of my favorite albums. We'll probably talk about it later. But Black Pearl's Earth Gang. Chad, you already know.
Ooh. My bad.
Earth Gang literally makes songs that you just want to feel good to and dance to. You know, like if you ever just in the mood, just to party, like just a good Sunday vibe, just to set the tone, you know?
Yeah.
Throw on Earth Gang, you can't even be mad, man. You're just in your own, bro, Earth.
I'm not gonna lie, when Moon said, like, Earth Gang makes songs that you want to, I thought he was gonna say something else.
Me too.
Well, listen.
Me too. I was like, time says we're still on the front. You know what I mean? I don't know. Good Lord.
But Black Pearls, I mean, one might consider Black Pearls a women empowerment anthem, you know. I enjoy it greatly, you know. I won't recite the lyrics because it may not sound like that off of just the lyrics alone, but trust me, it is. It's a great song, a real good feel-good song. A song that when it comes on, you have no help but to just sing along out and belt it from the bottom, the top of the mountains, valleys. Ain't no mountain low, ain't no valley. You just want to join in, and that's what I kind of like about it. Like the camaraderie. You just got that good feeling. I'm gonna listen right now. Shoot. Those are my 2 top picks.
Beautiful.
All right, Balvy Walvy. Let's get your top picks.
All right, man. Well, coming in at number 2, my second favorite song. My I call it my personal anthem, honestly. Here he goes with something. I need the boy and CyYu.
Okay. CyYu.
Valid.
Last by Burna Boy is a record, baby. A perfect song. Like It doesn't matter the circumstance, the environment. If that comes on, you're gonna shake your hips a little bit. You know, if you're
Okay.
sad, it'll lift you up. If you're happy, it'll lift you up higher. Like a true vibe, you know?
Yes.
Really, really a fire song. And then there's really not much to say about it. Besides it's a great song. And if you don't know, the song is actually very sad, like lyrically. I don't know if you guys pay attention to what he's saying, but he's essentially saying I need substances to numb my pain because of a woman. You know, so it's like every other song out there, but it just sounds different. But regardless, and I can relate to that. You know, it's just it's good vibes.
Okay.
So
Good vibes and hurt pain. I like that.
Exactly. It's like that's why I said it's my anthem. You know.
Okay.
But then, my number one. I mean, like, this was bigger than just music. I feel like this changed everything. This caused a storm, a wave,
Cultural reset.
a cultural reset.
Yeah.
Tomorrow 2 by Glorilla
Okay.
and Cardi B.
He's talking.
Yeah.
He's talking.
Spit.
Even if the sun don't shine today, that's why I love tomorrow.
Wow. Come on. That's poignant.
If
That's
they were to remake
yeah.
the movie Annie again, that will be on the official soundtrack.
It would.
would be.
Legit. You can't, like, especially Cardi B's verse. I mean,
Come on.
A
Come on.
cultural reset. Like,
Come on.
it doesn't matter where you're at. Again, if that comes on, I guarantee you, like 30 people in that spot are going to know the lyrics, especially our beautiful, amazing, luscious black women.
spit.
Just an incredible song. Not even just for that. It's a good song regardless, but especially for that reason. Especially who it's talking to, who it was made for. And I feel like a bad bitch whenever I listen to that shit.
Okay.
And the waves, that song. But the waves, the waves and the storm that song caused was just, it's you can't avoid it. It's everywhere. And just an amazing song. I mean,
Fellas, I just got a proposition for the W Awards for next year.
Okay.
We should all go get BBLs.
Oh, I already got it. I can't really show it because I don't know if it's applicable, but
All right.
I was born
Balvin,
with this.
you win?
I don't need it. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Let's
All
do
right. So next year we'll be sponsored by Dr. Miami or some. You know, we'll pull
Okay.
up some
Okay.
BBLs.
TikTok leggings next year.
Listen,
We're all
I'm
wearing.
doing this on the front page. Hold on, I unplugged my headset. Stall.
All right, so next year we're gonna have Lord BBL in the cut. We're
Okay,
gonna
okay.
have BBL Pro coming
Okay.
through. You know what I'm saying? We really like that's just a thing. Like that's how we really do it. It's like, and we're gonna have Ice Spice's an Ice Spice anthem when we come out with with our BBLs. It's gonna be fine.
It'll be nice.
Speaking of Ice Spice, we're gonna transition to our next award. Also,
Okay.
Whoever wrote that script was wrong. All right, I don't know who wrote that, but that he's fired. Okay.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do artist of the year next, and then the album of the year after that. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
Lock
good?
in.
Just had to, John really took
Yeah.
L's. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
next up, I'm actually really excited for this one because it's gonna be good. Next up, let's do artist of the year.
Absolutely.
What's up? What's up?
Tired of the ads? Me too. But like Thanos, they're inevitable. Until today, my friends, put ads in the past with Twitch Turbo. Or quit being broke and save some time with a Twitch Prime, you broke mother. And we are back. Sorry about that technical difficulty.
Yeah, we back.
Don't know what happened there.
That was technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We gotta talk to John again.
I don't know why. It's supposed to be an ad-free stream, but
Sorry about that.
sorry. Anyways, Artist of the year, fellas.
Artist of the year.
Yes, sir.
Omega, open us up. Give us one.
My artist of the year has to go to the one, the only, Abel, The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Now,
strong.
yeah. Now,
Strong.
here's the thing. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see behind me. I have this isn't even all of my headphones. I have a ton of headphones, and what kickstarted that was when After Hours came out a couple years ago. I got my first pair of really good headphones, plugged them in, listened to that album, changed my life. That spawned a passion for headphones and audio for me. And this year he drops Dawn FM, and that album is still in rotation to this day. And it came out January of last year, and it's January the next year, and I'm still spinning that. And The Weeknd's artistry has evolved immensely. Obviously, we all knew and love him from the trilogy days, the mixtape days that he was dropping. And for me personally, even though I was a very huge Weeknd fan, with all that, and even with Kissland, I actually started to low-key be a Weeknd hater after Beauty Behind the Madness and Starboy, because I think those two albums were very big disappointments for me. Did not really like those at all, to be truthfully honest with you. But I always held out hope that maybe he'll drop something that I'll love again. Maybe he'll get back to his artistic bag or do something that I'll love again. And then spawns this new trilogy of albums he's making, starting with After Hours, Dawn FM being the middle point, and then hopefully, maybe this year, maybe next year, we get the final album in that trilogy. Seeing The Weeknd evolve as an artist has been amazing. He's really taken that pop influence that he had on Starboy and Beauty Behind the Madness and put his own little twist on it. Really making it sound retro, but also modern at the same time. I love the way he's able to inject himself into any sort of style of music. Even if he's on a feature on a song, he blends in perfectly with whoever he's on that song with, and oftentimes steals the show. I love his voice. I love his music selection. His music is mixed and mastered beautifully. He's got a great ear for music, and every time he's dropping something, I'm tapping in. The Weeknd is my artist of the year.
W. W for Weeknd, number one. Number two, as a prime Hall of Fame glazer for Weeknd, I love what you just said, because
Thank you.
I think that Weeknd is he's one of a kind of an artist that we've gotten in the last 10 years. I think that the evolving of his music has been amazing, and I think one of the things that I really appreciate about him, regardless of his music, is I think that I like that we still have artists that take every part of their craft very seriously. So music videos, universes for albums, characters, promo, everything. Every album he drops, you're getting 4 music videos for it.
Bro, I know you remember when he did the performance of Dawn FM on Twitch, actually.
On Twitch,
yeah,
yes.
And just reacting to that, he was in character the whole time. When he performs, he's in character. Just a dedication to his artistic vision. I love that.
And I think there's a lot of artists now that, whenever you get, especially at his level, that don't really have enough motivation to still be in the art of it because of how much money they have or how disconnected they are from reality because of how much of a status they've gained. And and genuinely, even if you don't like his music, I really do appreciate that we still have artists like him that are doing it for the art of it and are not just putting music out every 6 months, but giving you an album, a universe, a story, a character, and a whole thing to go along with it. Moon.
Here.
Who is your artist of the year?
I mean, Omega touched upon The Weeknd, and he's more of an established artist. But I think it's also important that we highlight the up and coming. The artists that we can start to see the budding of what could be a good run, a long run, a hopeful long run. And I'm talking about Glorilla. When I first heard her voice, it sounded unique. It broke out through the mud of the sea of the sound that we're hearing, the high energy. You see the music video, bro, listen, I can't say all the lyrics, but all I can say is when you start to hear the lyrics, the instrument, bro, it's restoring the feeling that might have been long lost. And I gotta appreciate and give W's to Glow because
Big Glow.
Oh, sorry, my fault. Big Glow came through. Balvin already gave props to Tomorrow. We already talked about FNF, and I feel like if she continues down the road that she's on with this, there's a lot of people coming out of that camp with that sound, and if she's continues on the track that she's going with that type of energy, I'm gonna be here for a long time. I might be one of the earliest Glow Riders. I might be one of those.
Glow Rider is
Glow
Rider is hard.
That's
I
fire.
might be
Has
one of
anyone said that yet?
No, this might be a Twitch exclusive right here. But I am a Glow Rider.
Glow Rider
Glow
is
Rider,
I'm here.
that's fire.
great. Yo, trademark that. Glow.
Stamp it.
Honestly, Glow, Big Glow, if you ever see this, you can have that. It's yours. Put it on
That's
a
yours.
t-shirt.
That's yours.
Just do a musical performance for us next year. That's what we
Yes.
ask.
W.
I like that.
Just to chime in a bit on, when I first heard FNF, that song was like the only song that I was bumping whenever I first heard it.
So fire.
Like that song is gas. And I remember being at a party earlier this year, and she wasn't like, the song was popping, but it wasn't where it's at now, obviously. And the DJ played that song, bro, and it was just me and like 50 women singing the song, and all the dudes just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I was like, I'm FREE free. Like it was, bro, like that song's a record.
Yeah.
Love the energy, like I said. Yeah.
Well, one of like the defining songs of last year. Like amazing.
Truly. But to transition to me, I might have to go off script here, fellas. I'm not.
Okay. All right. You go off script, but I still want to mention that artist.
I'm mentioning them still. I'm not taking them off the script. It's just I kind of have a tie between them now that I'm thinking about it. But I'm gonna say them first because I don't want to go that off script. My artist of the year, in the fourth quarter, a late game pick.
Yes.
Speak on it.
A first round draft pick. Like, I'm a munch.
Okay.
Like, I gotta give it to Ice Spice, bro. Because what she's been able to do in the last 4-5 months of the year to elevate to the level of artist that she is now.
Superstar level.
Like, she's like legit one of the biggest, like, because a lot of people get that song, get that moment, get that viral TikTok song, that viral YouTube video, then they're gone. But she doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down.
W on the marketing. Yeah.
Incredible marketing. Playing into all the memes on the internet. The leak snippet that came out, it's like a SpongeBob song. Then she titled it Bikini Bottom. Like it wasn't even called that at first, but she played into it. All the memes on the internet with TikTok and YouTube saying that she's like the new Princess Diana. Then she dropped a song on the album or EP called Princess Diana. Yeah. Like, damn.
I even heard to start the next W Awards with our new installed BBLs, we're all gonna hit the Ice Spice ult.
Okay.
So make sure you guys are locked in, boys.
But it's not on the teleprompter.
But we're only
doing
doing it if me, Moon, and Balvin each get 2,000 subs. So
what is on the teleprompter? Okay.
Oh, my fault.
The teleprompter does not.
John, you messing with the teleprompter again, bro?
On the prompter.
I've been telling them. My fault.
Yes,
I read anything that comes up on there, bro. My fault.
You're following the show orders, and I appreciate that. But like, damn, she in her mood. Like,
okay.
That's okay. In her mood, fire. I love that song, bro. I'm sorry, bro. She a baddie with her baddie friend.
If we're talking about the album, can we talk about the flow that she was in her pocket on Princess Diana? Bro, I don't know what she tapped into. She was in the zone. She might be.
Her flows are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Man. Like she was really in her Duffy.
Somebody said that she raps in Instagram captions, and it's so true and so fire. Because like everything she says is a caption. Like it's fire.
Real talk.
Yeah. It's fine.
Well, shout out to Ice Spice, and now to the tie that I was talking about. This is off script. They didn't know this. This didn't come to me till just now.
Yeah, we're about to be just as shocked as y'all when he says this.
Bro, I'm not saying you have to agree with me, Like, but my personal feelings for a tie, I gotta give it to Yeet, man.
that is
yeah.
that is an ankle breaker
No,
for me.
no, what? You
I did not
think
expect. I didn't expect Balvin to come out the cut with Yeet.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Nah, he's had a huge year.
Yeet had
Like,
a wild year last year,
Yeah.
dog. Like I said, this is for me. Like y'all, if you know me, you watch the streams, you know I'm bumping this Twizzy. Like it's that album was like my soundtrack, dog. Like I really think, and also to the same point with Ice Spice, I think that there are people that get that TikTok moment, they blow up, they do this, that, and the fourth, but they don't capitalize on it. They don't ever like take it further. Yeet has been he didn't start last year, but he had a crazy run last year. But the way that he builds up off that one, this song already was turned, but is the bell. Like, that was 2021. But that song, the way that he built off that and kept running with that sound and the bell and the evolving, that, like all that stuff. And think about it, not until like his last album, he didn't really have many major features on there. Like until the last one did, but before that, he was on a run by himself. He really brought a new sound in that was, I think, no one sounds like him. He definitely brought inspiration from other guys before him, like the Cardis and the other sounds like that. But as far as him, his sound is completely unique.
Yeah, like he's one of those dudes that like has taken inspiration from Cardi and Thug, but doesn't sound like exact. Like it's like a switch on it to where like it's unique enough to where we're gonna see Yeet clones. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. But again, I just had to throw that.
Absolutely.
I didn't think about it until just now.
I didn't think about it either. Like that's what's
I didn't
crazy.
expect anybody here to name Yeet. That was like at the back of my mind. Like I mess with Yeet, but I didn't realize like, oh, y'all was tapped in too. I didn't realize this.
I'm sorry. I'm Twizzy Rich. It's bad.
All right.
Drugs, man. It's bad. But since I mentioned, another one. Is there anybody else before we move forward that y'all want to drop? Huh?
Oh, SZA. That's a good one.
Fair.
Buzzer beater.
Fair.
Buzzer beater. Another buzzer beater.
How long waited for that album, bruh?
Yeah.
Waited for a long time for that album, bruh.
Waited for a break, and she did not disappoint.
No, she delivered. She got some records on.
I'm not gonna lie. I listen to Blind every day. I love that song.
I'm blind. Yeah, bro.
Gone Girl. What's the Good Days? Good Days. I think she dropped as a single. I've been listening to Good Days for a break.
Good Days is a good song.
I don't think she really had like. There's not a lot of skips on this. Even Bill, man.
I might kill my ex. Not the best idea. Like, come on, bro.
Like the sound she's playing with it and like the oh my goodness.
That verse she had on SNL is better than a lot of records this year, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I need a big boy. I need a big boy. Like,
that shit was fine.
That wasn't even a real verse. And
smoking on my X-Pac, bro. Come on. What are you?
If I could choose a second one as well, I'm definitely gonna have to give it to my boy Vince Staples. Now, obviously, I'm not shy about the fact that I'm a Vince Staples meat rider. Ever since Summertime 06 dropped, oh my God, that album I still think it's criminally underrated. Not enough people talk about this album. But he had like releases since then that were very divisive in the fan reception of them. Some of them I really liked, some of them I thought I didn't really like as much, but it was clear to me that whole time he was finding his sound. And he dropped, I believe it was a 4 or 5 track EP, like 20 minutes long, called Vince Staples 2 years ago, before Ramona Park Broke My Heart dropped. And that was one of my favorite projects of that year as well. Very short, concise, and it was just a beautiful EP. And then follows that up with the amazing Ramona Park Broke My Heart. And his pivot that he's doing in this new lane that he's in as an artist is amazing. I love this sound. Like, he does this thing where like he's kind of like talky, rappy, singy in a way, and it works so well. He's clearly got a great ear for this. He's clearly crafted his sounds to be at the level to where it's at now. And I never thought I'd say this, but I do believe Vince Staples and Ramona Park Broke My Heart, I think those two collections of music are the best he's ever dropped. And it's crazy because I really love Summertime '06 a lot. Never thought that'd be top, but these albums are truly something special, and I just gotta give them a shout out.
W.
Fair.
Amazing.
Yeah, W.
Well,
W.
speaking of albums, I think we're done with Artist of the Year. MoonMonkey.
Yeah. Touched upon it. Yeah.
Touched on a lot of great artists. We can't stay here forever. A lot of great artists last year, but we can't give the award to everybody, you know. But we have next Album of the Year. Omega,
And I'll just
the floor
continue.
to you, you're already going. You're already.
Yeah,
in the bag,
I was
you're
already saying.
blazing.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Ramona Park Broke My Heart is my album of the year, bar none. I did not think it was going to be possible for an album to beat out Dawn FM for me. However, Ramona Park Broke My Heart came out and completely and utterly like changed that year of music for me. Nonstop on rotation, this album is. I can't name you a single like bad moment in the album. Not even a bad song. Like not a bad moment on that album. That album to me is one of the most masterfully crafted and most masterfully put together bodies of work I have ever seen. Just truly amazing. I don't want to talk too much about it because I feel like I talk about it a lot as is. But please, if you're watching this right now and you have not listened to Ramona Park Broke My Heart by Vince Staples, I just have to say, give it a listen. I promise you will love this album. It tells a very beautiful story throughout it and really amazing music. And for a runner-up, before I toss it over to Moon here, I just have to give a shout out to a young fella coming up, killing it in my opinion, Kenny Mason, Ruffs. Okay. An amazing album. Again, if this is an artist that's not on your radar, you probably heard him. You probably heard him on Styx. Or on Stick. You all heard that song. Kenny Mason is pretty much the inspiration for a song like that. And this album came out, and it is phenomenal. Minute Forever was this close to being my song of the year. Okay. It is an incredibly good song. Very melodic, but also like extremely aggressive. Like it's honestly amazing how he mixes melodies and aggression in music and creates some very beautiful sounding songs, followed up with like some shit that's gonna like make you get real aggressive type. Some stuff that's gonna make you get real aggressive. You know, like I love Kenny Mason. He has that effect on me to where like when I listen to his music, like something takes over my body and I like transform into like a different person type. And Ruffs is a culmination of that. So shout out Kenny Mason.
W. Well, MoonMonkey, the floor is yours. Go ahead, Moon. What was your albums of the year last year?
All right, so I already touched on Ghetto Gods. I mean, like I was saying before, we're in the month of February. This album literally embodies it. Black uplifting, black struggle, you know, the good feel-good vibes, but also the political unrest, the knowing your own self-worth. All right, I already talked about and touched on Black Pearls. All right, also already talked about Chat Already Knows, Checking on Your Strong Friends, All Eyes on Me. These are songs that when you hear it, you just gotta have pride for yourself when you just hear this. You know, it's like you know that you come from greatness when you hear any song on this project. All right, Lie to Me, really good. All right, a Billy, man, when you hear a Billy, you just want to just hit a two-step real quick. Every song, there's not really much skips. There's probably a couple, but there ain't really much skips on this project. Really nice vibes. I mess with it. But if we're talking about my album of the year, I believe Balvin was in call when I first heard this project. I'm talking about Love Domini Burner Boy. Chat. Last
flowers.
Science Clock and Kilometer. Bro,
W.
come on. All right. Come on. I remember hearing this for the first because Chad already knows. I kind of fell in love around the time of Outside back in 2018, you know, and then from then I've been here. I've been a burner boy for a bit. But this project, lots of vibes, you know, it got for the high energy, got the low energy. When How Bad Could It Be comes on, that's one of them songs. Listen, most of the times when I listen to a song, I'm the type of dude, when I hear a song, I don't really care about the message. I care about the feeling, what I'm getting out of it.
Initially, I agree. Yep.
Like, they could be crying their heart. I was like, oh, he is singing on this. How Bad Could It Be he is hurt, and I'm just like, dang, I feel it. Like, this is one of them songs, like, he is just like in a zone, and he puts me in that not a lot of people can do that, where they can just like sing, because a lot of, like I said before, I'm hearing them cry. I'm like, oh, he crying, but this is it kind of going, you know? And how bad could it be? Maybe just step back, like, how bad could it be? You know, how bad could it be, bro?
Ooh, hold on.
You just gotta hear that.
Get that man a contract, like
Kilo me. That might be my song. That might be my song. That's one of the ones.
W's.
Love the meaning.
W's. I'd like to before I give my albums of the year. I need to address something that's happening in this stream, and there's a lot of new people here, so I gotta go.
Go ahead, King.
I am not Hagrid. I know a lot of you are new here, and you probably think you're the first person to say it, but I am not him. Okay, I'm not. We both have long hair and a beard, kind of big burly boys, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not, okay? Please, let me live. I am my own person. I am bigger than this.
Speak on it.
You're bigger than him.
I'm not.
Whoa, not physically. Whoa.
Why'd you take it like that, bro?
You.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Yo.
Y'all think he's gonna go get Buckbeak, or I always wanted to meet him. Well, this is kind of our host just left, so like I don't really know what to say.
Listen. I just want to say, chat, I appreciate everybody here. A W for you if you're here.
Thank you, Twitch, for the opportunity. Thank you, Twitch, for putting us on the front page. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to share our opinions with everybody. And yeah, man, we appreciate y'all.
Stop
you good?
blazing. I'm back.
You
All
good?
right. Yeah, I'm good.
Welcome back, gang.
I rolled the D20 to see if I was going to jump off a cliff or not.
Okay.
I didn't.
And he's still here.
I'm here. So yeah, I'm here.
He's still here.
W.
In GTA.
Big fat veiny W.
GTA.
Yes.
Okay. Had to get off my chest. Lock in. W's in chat. W's. Yo, if you're here right now and you're watching and you're active, give me a W, baby. Give me
W's
a W.
in the chat.
Put a W.
This is the
I need
W
Ws.
Awards. Give me some
I need
W's.
Ws.
I need W's only. W's only. W's, baby. Thank you.
You love to see
And
it.
don't forget to put your favorite album in the chat as well. I want to see. I'm curious. What is your album?
Don't put it. Yeah, it's a lot of W's. All right, everybody. Okay. All right. And breathe. We're good. Thank you. Now, chat. Put your albums of the year for last year in chat.
And while they're doing that,
And now I'll present mine.
yes.
So, this was actually really hard for me because there was a lot of really good music last year that I really enjoyed. So my first one is going to be kind of a given, but my second one, no one's going to expect.
Okay.
So number one, I got to go to Dawn FM.
Yep.
Dawn FM.
Yeah.
Again, I hate to be a broken record, but that album, again, the universe that was created with that music and the universe that was built up off of his previous album, which was also amazing. But the Jim Carrey narration throughout the entire project, the messages that were spread out throughout the album, not just from him, but through music as well, with the feelings of the anxieties of death and the price of fame, and how love can be beautiful but also haunt you in your future, and how you can't hold on to the past and you have to move forward and let go, but it's hard to let go sometimes.
Full circle with themes.
The beauty of life is just to live and to not hold on to all these monetary or all these different things. I think it's a very beautiful album conceptually. But music-wise, Out of Time, probably one of the best songs of the year, easily. And
Sacrifice,
Gasoline, Out of Time. There's so many good songs. And I think what I really appreciate also is the artistry. And I'm just a really big Weeknd fan, and I think he keeps outdoing himself. If you haven't heard the album, go listen to it. You'll be in for a treat. And yeah, I could go on it for hours, but I don't want to spend that too much time on it because we have to get to the next thing. And my second one, this is a shot in the dark, but this is what the show is about. It's about your personal, music. Hey. In a different universe, I would also probably give this guy my artist of the year.
Okay.
If it weren't for other artists that clearly were, a bigger impact, bigger music, and so forth. But my album of the year, I'm giving it to the Mr. 1008 by Boldy James. Now, most of you are probably like, who was Boldy James? Who is
Woody's.
And some of you are cultured. But what I'm going to tell you is Boldy James dropped 4 albums last year. 4. And one of them was okay. 3 of them were great. So if you like that real gritty hip hop, that dark theme stuff, like the real essence of the streets, but not too aggressive like a Conway the Machine or a Ghostface Killer. A little more laid back, a little more nonchalant in his words. But it's real rap, and it's really good. And I think he's very underrated in the mainstream space when it comes to just pure rapping ability and the way to flip words and do these different things. And he also tends to touch on not just the glorification and the fun sides of rap, with the money and the women and the cars and being gangster, all this and that. A lot of the times he talks about the downsides to it too, and the pain and the trauma associated with it, and how. And if you ever wonder why some of these guys who are in their later 20s or 30s or 40s still are so attached to street life and stuff they don't have to do anymore by technicalities, listen to his music, and it'll break down the mentality of someone that's not really in that life anymore, but how it still affects him to this day. Because you can be out of the streets, but the streets is not out of you. And there's certain mentalities and mindsets that stick with you the same way whenever you're leaving high school, you're leaving the army, you're leaving a job. It's the same exact thing. The same way you get stuck in your ways, doing the same job every day, is the same way that stuff works, except it's more traumatizing and it's more loss and more pain and growing up way too early. So, Boldy James' 1008 is my second album of the year.
Okay. Beautiful.
That is just that's my spiel. I know it's a shot in the dark. I know a lot of y'all, might not be into that kind of stuff, but if you haven't tried it yet, give it a shot. Boldy James.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
All right.
I appreciate it. That was I have to use this platform to share the art that I love,
Okay.
Beautiful.
W.
But that being said,
It's time.
I think it's time for something big.
Okay.
Probably the biggest discussion of the night.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Lock in.
What is Balvin wearing?
This is something that you can all participate in. This is something that we've all been waiting for. The never-ending discussion, the never-ending debate. Boys, it is time to talk about the game of the year.
It's time.
Let me clap. Round of applause. Claps. W's in chat.
time.
W's in chat. W's in chat. Round of applause. Because it is time.
It's time.
It is really, really time. It's time. It's time. It's time. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it in the formula of the show. I'll throw it to Omega first. Omega.
Yes, sir.
What is your first game of the year?
So, as always, or as is common for this show so far, we each picked 2 game of the years. Now, if you guys know me, you already know which my 2 would be, but I didn't want to take both of these games, so I decided to let somebody else talk about this game a little bit. But my first game of the year is going to have to be Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for the Nintendo Switch. I think this
Wait.
is one of the
Who's that replacing for? Who did?
huh?
Who'd you take that from?
No, I'm saying there is supposed to be
Oh,
one that
I was
was.
about to say, isn't it?
See, now you're trying to talk shit about my game taste and like that ass. Like, I don't
Who's
appreciate
taking
that shit.
Xenoblade 3? No one took
Continue,
that.
King. Continue. Spit.
I'll piss everywhere. Okay,
Oh,
so
we're on the front page, buddy. Relax.
I'm sorry. Are bodily functions like TOS? Like, am I?
You know what? You're right. Continue.
Okay.
W.
So, like I was saying, Xenoblade 3 is Xenoblade Chronicles in general is one of the best RPG series out there with a really intricate gameplay mechanic system and a lot of systems in it in general that are, again, really, really deep. And just from a gameplay perspective, I really appreciate these games. And Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I think, will be a sort of return of form for people who like Xenoblade 1 but didn't like 2, because this game is a lot more serious. It's about war and how like harrowing war can be, and it touches on a lot of themes that are going to be associated with war. But then, of course, I mean, it's a JRPG. You're going to have your anime sprinkled into there. You're going to have your crazy, supernatural elements that go on in it too. But if you're down for a really awesome cast of characters that are experiencing an honestly pretty deep, touching, and moving story about war, loss, friendship, and honestly being able to like learn like that sometimes no matter how much you want to change things, life is just gonna beat you down, man. And it can be it's pretty depressing, but it also like has moments where it inspires you. But then for my actual like game of the year, number one, without a doubt, one game almost made me question it, but it is going to be Elden Ring. It is the greatest open world we've ever seen in a video game, extremely fleshed out with tons of lore, detail. No matter where you go in this world, there is something for you to do. There's no quest markers. You're not sitting there like following a strict path. They plop you down in the game and then say, go explore, go do what you want to do. And it's so freeing, and it just feels so good to be able to have that in a video game. And then, of course, the game, honestly, there's always this debate, always this talk about like, oh, should From Software games implement a difficulty system in the game? And I believe that Elden Ring implements a difficulty setting in the most creative way I've ever seen. It's not something in the menu, it's in the gameplay mechanics, okay? If you want to play this game and have it be as easy as I think a FromSoft game can be, build you a magic build, use your summons, and you will not get challenged in this game. Like, you have to learn it a little bit, but you'll steamroll this entire game. Or create a different build, make it a little bit harder for yourself if you want a harder difficulty or something like that. And I believe this is something that is in every FromSoft game to varying levels, but this game, I think, does it the absolute best. And for first-time players, you go in there, you abuse your summons, you abuse the sort of magic, whatever thing that does the big beam. We all know what I'm talking about. You got an easy mode right there, boys. Elden Ring is a beautifully, masterfully crafted game, a masterpiece.
All right. Okay. Mic drop.
Mickey Mouse.
Mic drop.
Mickey Mouse gameplay. It's me. Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie. I started playing the game. I started Mickey Mouse, but then I started another save file on a shrink build.
Mickey
I
Mouse
did a shrink build. I did a shrink build with the gut sword. I'm valid. I'm valid.
Okay. Almost got you. All right. MoonMonkey.
Year.
It's your turn for
All right.
your games of the year.
Listen, I'm going to start off with a game that I didn't see much love on the internet streets, but it's deserving of it. Slow Clap, I See You. Sifu is one of the best roguelike games, and it deserves that recognition and respect.
I still got
The challenge that game gives you, it's literally a love letter to kung fu flicks. All your favorite Jet Li, Bruce Lee, the Raid. Like, it's one of those love letters that when you see these sequences, you just got to sit back, even if you're in the thick of it, because it's a very challenging and brutal game. But sometimes you look back while you're in the heat of it, it's like, this is an amazing sequence. And you want to play even harder because you don't even want this sequence to end, because what's happening on your screen, you're controlling what's happening, and you gotta be him. You got to be him. And I love I like the storytelling. Very simple, but easy to get into. There's a lot of depth and just simplicity sometimes. You know, a lot of times people want to just overlay, you know, depth and layer. But sometimes the best stories are the ones that you get, you understand. And, you know, sometimes hands is the best way to tell stories. And that was what Sifu is all about. Very short game. If you're good, if you're not, it's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a while. It will take you quite a bit. I love each level, beautiful art style, love the art direction. I just wish that, you know, there was more. Slow clap again. I see you. You are not forgotten. I appreciate you. I wanted to use this platform to talk about Sifu because Sifu was just that good of a game. And then I said sometimes simplicity is really good. But I also like complexity. Turn me up in the mic. Turn me up.
Go ahead.
God of War is a masterclass in storytelling, character writing, and just a great odyssey to just go, especially if you just jump from 2018 into Ragnarok. The characters, you'll be invested. Even your enemies, you just start to understand them. And the more you play and even look back on what your enemies have done, oh my goodness. I gotta say.
I saw that, Balvin, by the way.
I gotta say, God of War, I like, and Omega already touched on it. There's literally 2 games that just are going to be just talked about for this year. God of War is one of them. From the combat, we talk about flexibility, different builds, you know, the skill trees you can go into. You could have, depending on how you want to play. If you want to just be a glass cannon, you can play like that. You want to be a fortified wall. I love games that give you options. I love the creativity on that front. You know, maybe sometimes you may have little segments that, you know, may have lasted a little too long, but in the grand scheme of things, I think overall, God of War has me amped for the future and what was for this series. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Also, just want to throw this in there. He was already the GOAT, but I think this game solidified Kratos as the greatest video game character of all time.
W.
That is
W.
Yeah.
W take.
Yeah.
W take. Even though I could argue something, but W take.
Solid or Snake, maybe?
No. We'll be here. We can say that for the after party. That's
okay, all right.
but I could.
I do want to know who you were gonna say.
I could give you 2 actually, but it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, well, after party.
Stick around for the after party, y'all. Little unfiltered discussions. So, it's my turn. It's my turn.
It's your turn, King.
What you got for us?
But really fast, before I do mine, I would like to go off script. And really fast, while we're on the front page still, because this slide isn't all night, I want to say really quickly, thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thank you again to Twitch for sponsoring this, put us on the front page. Thank you to Fats so much for you know why, Fats. Thank you so much, Fats. W to Fats. You're
W.
I love you, bro. Thank y'all to everybody in chat that's from our community, but especially if you're new here, you stick around. Thank you. The front page spot is not going to last all night. So, again, just want to thank y'all so much for all the support. It means the world to us. We worked really hard on this. Enough glazing. So, also, this is going to be off script as well because I had a spur of the moment idea to fix them from the earlier scripts just to get out the way. A quick little announcement, teaser, reveal, whatever you want to call it, something that's been in the works for a little while, and it's going to be in the works for a little while longer. But it's for this. But this is for, you're only going to get this if you're tapped in. You know, you're only going to get this if you're tapped in. But so. It seems that you're new in town, and you're struggling to figure yourself out. I understand. I'm like that as well. First off, let's start with your name.
Yeah, the name's Landon Campbell. Really, I just want friends.
World exclusive. World premiere.
So, if you know, you know. If you don't, you'll see in the future. But just wanted to, you know what I'm saying?
Something for the people.
Something for everybody at home. Something for somebody else. Just, you know, just to let y'all know, we're working. Okay? We're working. We're working. We are working. Not going to give you a date or a timeline, but we're working. And it's real. And you will see TSRP, a different GTARP experience back on Twitch in the future. Thank you. Well, claps. Hold on. Clap. Round of W's.
Round of applause.
Round of applause. W's.
A lot of hard work going into that server, man.
W. Round of applause. Round of applause. Thank you. That felt good. I'm not gonna lie. Felt great. Felt great to do that. W's. Now, to jump to my game of the year. I'm going to start with my second one first because we have something else we have to talk about in a second. But my second one, we talked about the big boys, the God of Wars and the Elden Rings. But I want to throw something at y'all that it's not a small game, but it's definitely a game that deserves to be glazed. My second favorite game of last year, Vampire Survivors. Round of applause.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Round of applause. W's. W game. Oh my God. It's unbelievable how such a simple game, a $3, $4 video game that only requires you to press 2 buttons or 4 or 1 or none. There's an auto run mode. You can play this game on your phone while you're working, whenever you're in that Zoom call and you're lying to your boss and when you're not actually there. You can play it then. You can play it. I'm playing it right now on the monitor. I'm going to run right now. You can play it any time because of how simple it is. But it is so fun. It is such a mind-numbing experience that I feel like I'm so glad that it's finally popped out the way that it has. It is genuinely just fun. If you don't know what it is like, how do you even explain it, Omega? What's the genre? It's like a game that like you pretty much you collect powers and you select which powers you want to use, and they're random each time. And then the game, like, it's hard to explain because it's gonna sound whack, but like the game like sort of plays itself. The attacks come out automatically and you just move your character into the position that you want to get them to. But where all the fun comes in is like in choosing what builds you want to do, and that freedom of choice and finding things that are just like so broken or so cracked, or like playing different characters and stuff like that. And there's a great sense of progression in the game as well. You can level up certain aspects, so that way you get more money, so that way you get revived if you die or something like that. And then there's also a bunch of different other characters you can unlock that all have their own special abilities and stuff. And it's one of the most addicting games you'll play, and it's only a few bucks. Please buy this. And it's on Xbox everything. Game Pass. It's on your phone now. It's everywhere. Chat is saying it's almost like a bullet hell or a reverse bullet hell. Roguelike is definitely a roguelike in its core, because you start every run at 0, but you can get certain stats buffed for every run that you do. But you start at level 1 every single run. But if you played like bullet hell games or old arcade games like the Galagas and stuff like that, it is a very evolved version of that. But it is not the way that the game evolves in its own as you go on. The music, the art, even the little story it tells, and how it reminds me a little bit of Everything Ever Once, because it's a game that's been done before, but it takes concepts that most people are afraid to go for, and they're really hard to get off. And I think the things that they attempt to do in the game with like certain areas you can go to, where if you walk into a wall by accident, you'll get transported to somewhere else and unlock a whole different part of the game that is not presented to you otherwise. Other levels you played in the beginning will be different now, but the game never holds your hand in any way. It just keeps throwing you curveballs left and right. And when you think you're done, it opens up a whole new area of the game. And there's great DLC. And the things that I'm explaining probably sound, kind of vague. Because, a lot of games do stuff like this. But the way that this game does it is different. That's all I can say. And it's like $4. It's really easy to play. Amazing game. You will lose so much time into it. I played at my desk, on my Steam Deck. Doesn't matter. The game is so much fun. You really have to play it to understand it.
And the best part is it's only a couple bucks, so it's not like a big investment.
And it's on Game Pass. For my number one, I feel like this person might agree with me on my number one. So I think before I get to mine, I think I want to throw in our next guest, guys. What do you guys think?
I think that is a great idea. I hear he's been waiting for quite some time to join in the conversation.
I feel that. For our
first of all, chat, we need a drum roll. Pause in the chat.
Yo, for real.
Can we get like just some ellipses in the chat? Period. Hold. Pause. Y'all not ready for this banger guest that we got coming on.
The game was Vampire Survivors, for those wondering. Everyone hold. Please, everyone, join your hands to welcome in not only a good friend of mine, a good friend of ours, a legendary content creator, a legend in this space, a true GOAT, a trailblazer for those before him.
Oh my God.
Play the applause.
Is it?
Everyone, please help me in welcoming the one, the only.
Oh my God, it's him.
AfroSenju.
Yeah.
My boy.
What's good?
It's him.
Afro, thank you for making time to come to the W Awards. How are you doing tonight, gang?
WWW, I'm doing good, bro. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, brother.
Now
Is
we're
there
talking
a
about
way we
game
could
of the
bother
year
you
right
about
now.
turning on that cam, gang?
No.
Come on, bro. Spoil me a little.
Let him.
All right. There's a reason. There's a reason why I can't turn on my cam, and this is something I gotta fix for when I need the cam. Cam don't work.
Well, that's
Man, that boy's valid. All right. Anyway.
You know, here I'll put this box up for you. I'll put this box up for you. I got you, bro.
Thank
They
you.
call me,
No,
they call me Young
actually,
Oglato.
my channel is sponsored by, Elgato, so you know what I'm saying? The camera's not working, not the Elgato product, right, Afro?
Exactly.
it's the camera. It's the camera. Anyways, we're talking about game of the year right now. Balvin was about to say his game of the year, and he wanted to bring you along because I think y'all about to tag team in meat riding this game. So,
I think Balvin gonna be disappointed, bro. I think Balvin gonna be disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna say it at the same time, big dog. All right.
At the same time. All right.
That'll be awkward.
We'll have Moon count it down. All
Okay,
right?
I bet. Say that.
All right, go ahead, Moon.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Forspoken.
God of War.
I'm lying.
Forspoken's crazy.
Whoa.
That one was.
I'm kidding. It's high on life.
Wow.
I'm kidding
We're
again.
homies?
Okay.
We're homies?
Damn, was it? It was really God of War. I'm fine
War?
with that. Mine's gonna be Elden
That's
Ring.
my boy. That's my man.
Yeah.
That's my
I
man.
recently beat it, bro. I recently beat it.
Fine. W.
And like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. It was just an amazing story.
I understand.
Okay.
But can I stretch my hands out real fast?
Yeah. What is your real answer? I need to hear that too.
Elden Ring.
Okay. That's what I was thinking it was. See, I was on Elden Ring tip for sure, but the reason why I was on Elden Ring
This got an
tip,
exclusive drop, by the way. Afro finished the game, chat. W. Holy
I know,
wow.
right? W.
W's in chat.
Drake's.
I mean, I was kind of conversing with Afro for a little bit. Streets need that post game fight.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I actually might do.
You need to do
Okay.
it. You need to do it.
You need to, because
I'll say as Elden Ring is my game of the year. God of War is a very close second. But go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? Let's transition this into like the God of War versus Elden Ring debate, because similar to Balvin, God of War is an extremely close second to Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But so we got me and Balvin on Team Elden Ring. Y'all on Team God of War. Y'all explain why you like God of War over Elden Ring.
And to do this, mods, run a poll. God of War or Elden Ring?
Tap in.
Run a poll in chat right now. I want to see everybody's responses. But yes, let's give Afro the floor since he's here. I want to hear his take. Why is God of War Ragnarok your game of the year?
I appreciate. I think.
I unplugged my headset. I can't hear.
For me, I think the storytelling in God of War made me feel like every emotion that I would say is like every strong emotion, right? Like anger, sad, like happy. Like it was just a lot of like it was something that was structured as well too, right? So I'm going on this story and it's like taking me in ways I like type shit. Like, okay, this is great. Oh, this is great. This is kind of slow, but then they reward me for how slow it was type shit. Like I just loved it, bro. And then with the combat itself, there's a lot you can do with it to where you know it's not just like generic and stale. Like you can just really like mix up shit and like Minka Maka Binka people type beat. So I liked it. It was great. I think how the story like ended off, it was I think that's what sold it for me, bro. Because I think what matters the most in like a story is like how it starts and how it ends. And this it was just great.
Not
it was
to
great.
cut you off, can you turn your camera off? Because I'd rather see your face or your profile picture. People
all right. Hey, I didn't know if y'all really wanted that for real, so I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
Like, wait, no one's gonna know who they'll know who you are. It's gonna be
Oh my god, they got the Elgato creator on here. Oh my god.
I did not mind that whatsoever.
W. That's you know what, and that's fair. Now, can I father stretch my hands out to you, Afro, for a second?
All right,
do
talk
you
to me.
think that since you just beat it, is your opinion leaning towards God of War because of how recent you played it? Because Elden Ring was a while ago.
Yeah. No. The thing that made Elden Ring at top for me for the most part was a simple fact of just how when you go on YouTube, when you watch someone's playthrough, you're not going to see the same things. Like and how someone gets to point A to point B. And I just can't imagine, like, we haven't seen a game like that in a while. I would say Breath of the Wild had that effect, and maybe a few others if I really think about it.
Right.
But, like, you know, I loved that. I loved how you would feel all these emotions in the same manner with bosses and overcoming things as well, too. I think for me, like, as a gamer, like, I do appreciate a really good story. So it's like a bias for me because, like, you know, as a kid, I've always played single-player games. I grew up off of that. Like, Elden Ring and Dark Souls is something, like, I started doing you know, in my YouTube career years, while single player games is something I've been hunting for, just, you know, for a predominant majority of me playing games in general. So it's like, for me, like, I look at God of War, it's like, if I played this game when I was a kid, I'd lose my mind. But if I played Elden Ring when I was a kid, I just never beat it. It's just how I look at it.
So before I destroy you with facts and logic,
Talk to me.
Moon, you want to talk about what you love about God of War?
I mean, as a person that didn't play Elden Ring but watched a lot of playthroughs and just like games in general, I feel like right now we are at a point of heavy saturation of open world games, and I love open world games. Trust me, I spend y'all know me. I will spend eons, and I like, because when I play a game, I like to be immersed in the world. I like to explore.
Amen.
I like to see every nook and cranny the game has to offer. I want to see I'm here for the journey that the creators have made for me. But sometimes I feel like, and I really want this to kind of be dialed back, sometimes a single player linear game can hit just as hard, if not better. I think I'd enjoyed, out of all the different perspectives, I watched Afro's playthrough. Shout outs to C-Reacts. I've seen his playthrough. I've seen Maximilian's playthrough. I've seen Omega's. I've seen Balvin's. I've seen a lot of content creators' playthroughs of Elden Ring, you know? And, you know, the story might vary depending on where they go, but I feel like for a game like that, and even like Breath of the Wild, the story, you kind of have to look for it in a certain way, whether it be codex and here and there. But I feel like I like a really good key. Sometimes it's better to show than to tell. And I feel like God of War is really good at showing you that a curated experience. And I enjoyed that masterclass storytelling that it had to show. So that's why I kind of prefer at least the experience that God of War had for me.
Okay, so now I'll talk about where I stand on that. So first and foremost, before I, you know, disagree with what Moon and Afro said, I think that depending on the type of gamer you are will greatly reflect which of these games you prefer. If you are the type of person that does really prioritize that story, that world, those characters, it's a God of War is a no-brainer choice for you. It's a way more emotionally impactful game. It's we've talked ad nauseum about how much of a masterclass God of War is at the things that it does. However, if you prefer, more gameplay centric stuff, this is not to say God of War doesn't have awesome gameplay, but
Sure.
in terms of the variety, in terms of the bosses, the enemies, locations, and all that stuff, Elden Ring wins it full out. Now, the reason why I prefer Elden Ring, okay, if this was me of like 4 or 5 years ago, I think I prefer something like God of War, but my tastes have changed as a gamer. Now, the sorts of things that I really, really appreciate in games is something that feels completely fresh and new. Now, is God of War like a game that I've played before? Of course not. It has top class like everything, but at the end of the day, it's another like sort of linear, over the shoulder, third person narrative focused game. I've played a lot of that. I don't play very many games that have as immersive of a world as Elden Ring. The immersion levels in God of War and Elden Ring are very similar, but for different reasons. You're immersed into the lore, into the story, into the characters of Ragnarok. But in Elden Ring, you're immersed because you don't know what the hell is around the other corner. You might enter a little chapel, and now you're literally descending for like 2 straight minutes. And then when you walk out of that elevator and you look up and you see you're in a different damn world with all these crazy ass enemies all around you, you're like, this has been underneath me the whole time. Or you start off the game and you say, hey, let me go see what's happening over to the right side of the map. So here you go, you're running to the right side of the map, and then the sky turned red and the floor turned red. And then you like, what the fuck? What's that? And then all of a sudden a goddamn bird comes out of nowhere and just pecks you right through the chest and you die immediately. You're like, what just happened? That sort of wonder, like, is what matters to me a lot. Like, figuring out how to defeat bosses, figuring out how to get this item, how to get this sword, how to get this armor or something like that, really, really wrapped its legs around me. And, well, let me not finish that. But it had me tapped in. And one of the things that I really loved about Elden Ring is the conversation about Elden Ring. When that game came out, YouTube, Twitch, Discords, Twitters launching up. Bro, have you tried this Sword of Might and Magic? This thing is crazy. Yo, have you tried this bleed build? Have you heard of the Sword of the Blood River, whatever the hell that thing's called? That thing is crazy. Like, but that's the thing. Like, I'm tapping into videos like of this really obscure build, or I'm tapping into a video about how to do this really obscure side quest that is like oddly really emotional, and it's like I'm tapped into this universe. Like, I'm consumed. Like, if I'm not playing this game, I'm watching videos on this game. I'm watching streams on this game. I'm in Discord talking about like, yo, have you guys tried this shit? I'm DMing my homies like, bro, you gotta go to this location. I ain't gonna say nothing. Just go here and let that shit, you know what I mean? So many unique gameplay experiences that I had with Elden Ring, and that is something that I valued much more. But that's not to say that God of War isn't a masterpiece, because it's absolutely a masterpiece. But anyways.
All right. Wow. Great opening statements from everyone. I guess it's my turn to glaze. I want to say, first off, the poll in chat, God of War Ragnarok won.
Let's go. Let's go.
119 votes, I think, for Ragnarok, and around 89 for for Elden Ring. And I want to say to everyone in chat, Mickey Mouse victory, because a majority of the Elden Ring fans are somewhere having sex right now, whereas you guys are here watching.
That's true.
Stream.
That's true.
So, W.
Oh, wait. Oh, can I just say something real fast?
Yes.
Something that you said that I wanted to touch on. I do believe God of War's meat writing is a lot of recency bias. Like, that's not to say that it's not a masterpiece. It's a 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10. It is a masterpiece. However, I believe in like 5 to 10 years, we're going to see people still playing Elden Ring and replaying Elden Ring. But are you really going to be like replaying God of War? And maybe that doesn't matter to a lot of people. Maybe that doesn't.
I mean, I'm going to wait for Balvin to speak, because I feel like I have some retorts
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if
same.
Afro have any retorts, but
I
I definitely
do.
have some
All right.
statements. But I'm gonna let
Yeah,
Malcolm say his piece real quick.
Can I shit on something real quick that I thought of, and I just got to say
Go
because
ahead.
Omega was spitting,
Please.
and I low key might have to think more on Elden Ring side because God of War did something that I really hated throughout the game. How like, bro, your partner would ruin every puzzle. Every intricacy with like, hey, maybe you need to double break an enemy's block.
Hold on,
I did not like at all.
That I might think is an issue in the menus. You could I'm pretty sure you can toggle to.
I don't think you
shut 'em up.
can actually. Maybe you
I
can.
think-
I don't
now,
even.
but
No one
don't
told
think
me
you
that.
can.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Hey, if you can do that, I'm gonna replay it and come back to it
Yeah,
because
there-
like there was some really good puzzles that I just don't understand why they ruined.
Bro, that's a really good point. No, you can't. They're adding that feature later to I believe to stop the yapping from the side characters. But as of right now, it's integral to the game. Which yes, and you know what's funny? I want to know this true for all of you guys. Whenever I was playing the game, I thought I was like by like the I don't know what point it was for me. At first, I was like, man, like shut up. But it was the boss fight. Whenever the big the world tree's worm thing that you fight. And Freya yells over and over again, "Hit your left, block!"
Nah, my
Oh,
personal favorite
yes.
for me is Mimir. On your left, brother.
Mimir. See, no, he was the one where I was like, I was like, man, like I think Mimir built me up to being annoyed by that. I didn't even realize it because every puzzle, Mimir's like, "On your left, brother," or "Brother, what if you try holding L1 and R1?" Like,
you know what be pissing me off too? Because like when somebody tells me to answer to something, I don't want to do it.
Yes, bro. Oh my god.
My man be like, "Have you tried cutting the rope, brother?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing it."
But like,
bro, yo, Mimir, you got Bifrost on you, brother. Like I see,
bro.
You're on fire, Dad. I'm looking at it,
bro. Mimir said, "I felt that one, brother." No, you didn't. You didn't feel anything. You're not playing. I'm gonna die. You're looking that way. How did you see that? Like he calls out people that I can see. Like you're looking that way. Behind you, Moon. Like how does that work? Like so I think Mimir's quips were like building up something festering inside of me. That like that one particular fight with the worm that you fight for the world tree.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is I kept dying on like portions of that, so I had to keep hearing Freya over and over again say, "Use your magic or use your arrows," and I'm like,
Another annoying thing too is when like they keep giving you the hint, but it's kind of vague, and I'm trying to figure out what to actually do in the puzzle. So I gotta keep hearing like, like I wonder what that rock is for or something like that. I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out, but stop talking.
And then they make you feel stupid too, because like because the puzzle's mad simple sometimes. They're like, you should try doing this, and it's like right next to you. And I'm like, Mimir, I will throw you in the ocean, please. I need you to shut up. But enough of just shitting on that part. Language. For Elden Ring, Omega kind of hit a lot of points for me with that game of why I loved it so much, and why I put it higher up on the game list for me. I'll say. Just to piggyback off of the whole it being an event thing, Elden Ring is different for me because before Elden Ring, I had never beaten a Dark Souls game before ever.
Same.
I had touched Dark Souls like one time, couldn't get into it. I tried Dark Souls 2, I think as well, couldn't get into it. I didn't have a PS4 early. I wasn't an early adopter, so I missed the Bloodborne wave. So I played Elden Ring. And Elden Ring is the game that made me go back and play Bloodborne, and eventually I'll go touch Demon Souls and Dark Souls down the line as well, because the way that game kind of opened up my eyes to how much I love that playstyle, and I think Breath of the Wild kind of helped me by nurturing me into that like freedom, like that freedom mechanic, like you can just go do whatever you want to. I think being able to. And I think since we're streamers and content creators, sometimes it's kind of, we have a bit more annoyances with like chat backseating and so forth. So I kind of wish I had the experience of just playing it to myself. But I'll say for Elden Ring, I really loved that feeling of beating like a boss's head in with your own way, right? Because what I was doing in Elden Ring felt so unique to me every time. Because even if I was using like the same weapon as somebody else, what I saw, since there were so many folks playing the game, there was no one playing the game like me. And not like my build was common, but like certain ways I'd fight bosses and certain ways I do this, like my mindset. That's what, and you can apply this same logic to God of War, obviously, because there's bosses in that game, and you can approach them differently and all this and that. And there's different builds in that game as well. But I think there is a one central way that most bosses in God of War want you to do. There is a core mechanic that they want you to figure out in those games. Whereas in Elden Ring, I think the boss design in that game was so immaculate that even though, you know, a lot of games do the whole repeated boss things, God of War did it as well. I think the bosses in Elden Ring were so special because of how unique to the area that they were in. Where like when I posted that video on Twitter of the windmill chicks dancing on the side of the map, and I played Pop Smoke. You know how many people were saying like they had never saw that side of the map before, and were asking how did they get there? Where is this? This is down in the fourth. And some folks like, hey, go here. It's on this part of the map. There's the first God skin boss. You'll meet him over there, etc., etc. I think the amount of freedom that game gives you is just the freedom is the biggest thing for me, and the freedom of choice. And I think one thing underappreciated about God of War a lot, well, not underappreciated, but in this kind of conversation, I feel like God of War story unmatched, narrative unmatched, a masterclass in gaming in general, not comparable to basically anything. I think the acting and the performances are better than some movies, but the lore in the world in Elden Ring is so deep and so good. Like whenever you fight what's his name with the red hair, bro? On the horse. Radon.
I was gonna say Radon's lore and story is crazy.
The Radon lore, his fight's already epic, right? But I think what that game does really well for me is like sometimes you kind of get caught up in the idea of like you're just playing a video game and you're just fighting a boss. But whenever I was fighting Radon and then I learned what was going on, and he does that really big move with the comment from the sky, then you realize like this guy literally has the power of the stars, that he's holding the stars captive until you kill him. And that's how it ties back
and then it changes the sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. And then how every single quest kind of interlinks, and it's up to you to kind of figure that out, depending on what side quest you find. There were some side quests I never fought. I never saw in the first playthrough. Like, that interconnected to the main story that I would never saw if you know what I'm saying? So I think the way that they tie those pieces together of the story, there's stuff that I've been doing a randomizer recently. There are bosses in that game that I've been fighting that I never fought in my third playthrough, because there's stuff that I just missed. That's how much is in that game.
My first playthrough, I accidentally skipped the whole Godskin Apostle boss fight. Never fought Godskin Apostle.
Wow,
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yep.
But yeah, like I don't know, just the freedom in Elden Ring is just
unmatched. Which one are you talking about?
The Godskin duo, I should say.
The duo.
Godskin duo. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you could skip that.
Oh, you might have hate that game then if you fought him first time, because that was...
No, I fought them when they were bugs, so I pretty much skipped them too because I glitched them. They died like really quick. Yeah, I got unlucky.
I think it happened to me too, actually, because whenever I beat him, folks were like, "This is the worst boss ever," and I was like,
I'm saying
it was alright. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but
I did not get experience that.
I was like, the only like retorts I had to like what you guys were saying about like the progression of like, will there be other games like God of War? Sure. And Elden Ring? Sure. I feel like, is God of War unique? I wouldn't say so. But I also wouldn't say the same for Elden Ring, because I also feel like it's a natural progression of the bases that we got from Skyrim. And then we got the Breath of the Wild. And I feel like Elden Ring is like that next step. And I feel like this is just like where we are in video games, where games are just evolving, fine-tuning, building upon games of the past. So I don't feel like, is it easier to make a game like God of War? Maybe. Is it easier to make a game like Elden Ring? I don't think so. I don't think if anybody else was to try to make an Elden Ring clone, I feel like it'll be
dog shit.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to hit the same way.
Yeah, it's kind of like with the Dark Souls formula. People try to make Dark Souls games, but only FromSoft can do it.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the nod I'll give to Elden Ring, is that the fact of their craftsmanship, they fine-tune it in a way where you're able to pick up on little details. And the only thing I will say in terms of the story, Balvin said that like he had to learn about it or he had to do certain side quests. I think my only issue with it, you sometimes have to read between the lines, or sometimes you have to look for codex, or like I said. So I feel like one of my biggest issues, like a lot of times, something could be really dope, but you may not even understand half of what you're really experiencing until you watch a 30-minute breakdown of the lore, and then it finally hits you.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like that was a bigger thing in other Dark Souls games. I don't think Elden Ring is like that bad. It is kind of obscure to like start some side quests and stuff.
Yeah.
But like if you do them, it's all laid out like pretty well.
There is a linear structure to it, like with the guiding of grace. There is a story that they want you to do.
Sure,
but there are like 4 or 5 other endings that you will miss out on if you don't, play a certain way.
I remember watching Afro's playthrough, and like he was doing this one side quest where he fought one boss, and then he's like, "You have to come back here, and there's a coffin." It's like, how would you know you're supposed to open this coffin right here?
Oh no, absolutely not, bro.
Yeah,
like there was some stuff I would have never figured out, but that's just Dark Souls in general, right? So I took it upon myself to figure it out because I just would be there forever trying
that's
to
the type
like.
of shit I love though. Like I think Elden Ring is like a master in subtlety. It's not in your face.
Yes.
It's not holding your hand in any way, and that puts people off. And honestly, I understand it. I get it. But I kind of agree with Moon. I don't like when stories like have to be told through like little codex. Or I gotta watch a fucking I gotta watch an explained video on YouTube or something. I agree with that, but I also wouldn't trade that subtlety for anything. So
but I'm saying
to say really fast. Sorry. At the end of Elden Ring, in my ending, I had a wife, and Kratos is single. So,
I mean, depending on how you might see the ending of God of War, I think I beg to differ.
I'm not here to insinuate anything. They didn't, and all I know is in my ending, I was betrothed.
Okay. Other than that, I agree with pretty much with everything you guys said. I mean, other than like maybe like your story might be different for Elden because like there's all these different things, but I guess it's in the same way of God of War because you're kind of saying, yo, you go here. So I guess they're gonna have that. They're gonna experience what you experience when you tell them, yo, go to this space. The same way in God of War, you say, yo, go to Muspelheim or whatever. So
but
you're gonna have that
I
experience.
kind of feel like I do think there's a difference though because God of War like clearly like tells you where things are, but Elden Ring doesn't. So
Sure.
Like so God of War, like Mimir, like, oh, maybe we should go over here. We got some unfinished business. But like there's nothing like that in Elden Ring unless like you either run into it accidentally or one of your homies tells you.
I feel like that's that cafeteria talk that makes Elden Ring all the more enjoyable because like
that is true. If it wasn't for that,
I like how you said that. Yeah.
If it wasn't for the whole like cafeteria or playground talk or whatever, I think it'd still be beat out God of War for me. But it's because of that I find that really special that we talk about it like that.
Adds to it. It definitely adds to it for sure. But for me, like I talked to my friends about like my playthrough as I was playing it, but I did try to avoid as much spoilers as possible. Like and like going to a place I haven't gone to yet kind of is a spoiler for me in a game where like finding new places is part of the journey. Because I'll tell you, whenever I went to like Kaled first. That's the first second area I found. After
You crazy.
Yeah, not good luck. But I was probably like 30 hours into that game before I ever even knew what the upper like side of the map, the castle area was even like. Not Margit, not that castle, but the one where the ending of the game happens at.
Oh no, you're talking about the last castle.
Yes, I didn't end up there until the story made me go there, which you could have gone there whenever, but I was probably like 35 hours in the game before I even knew that part existed. And it blew my mind because what games like Elden Ring do, whenever and I agree with Moon's point that there's too many open world games. I think Ubisoft and Co have kind of churned out this like formula of empty open world game after empty open, and they're not all bad games. They're just too big. And I think as humans and as people,
I agree. Yeah,
we like they're not bad games sometimes, but I don't have the time to play 400 hours into a exploration game. So
as a person that does have the time, like even when you explore it, it's not really much either.
Whenever they're empty vessels, it still feels kind of soulless. So that's
why Elden Ring is.
That's why
because it's so packed. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
that's why it's so dear to me. Is that like there was never a dull moment in that game for me? Because even whenever you're exploring the woods and you hear a guy whistling in the wind, you're like, that's just it could be anything. Then you find out he's an 8-foot tall wolf security guard. That's the coolest character ever. You know?
Yes, sir.
So just little stuff like that, you know.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't disagree with not a point that nobody's made. So I think it's more accurate to say, like, I look at them the same, like in the same type of thing, but for two different reasons. Like they're two different games of what I like, right?
Because I can say all this great stuff about Elden Ring, but bruh, Kratos, like Atreus,
bro.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. I think one thing I love about God of War so much is like if you stuck with the series up until this point, this character development with Kratos is fucking insane, bro. It's so beautiful. That's don't know the word to describe it. Like it's beautiful. You're really seeing him say things you would just never picture the character to say. I love character development. That's like one thing for me that's above like so much. And I just think in a climate where single player games are in one hand oversaturated, but in the other hand, like very mid in some aspects, you could argue. It's so cool that, you know, someone's vision can come above like what we've been getting for years to like for a majority of people to be like, all right, this was it. And I think that's what I love so much because I can agree to that narrative.
Those conversations that Kratos and Freya had throughout the game about like both, because Kratos, we've known about his trauma and pain since the fucking PS2, right? We've known about that. And we never thought he'd open up to anybody in general.
Yes, bro.
But then he talks to someone that you don't even realize, because like we played the first game, God of War, you kill her son. It's like, dang, now she's your enemy. But then you think about it, they're more like this than you realize, because they both had a tragic wedding and lost their spouse, and then they both lost a child through someone killing them. Right?
Yeah.
And the way that those two bonded throughout the game and they both grew from being like driven by revenge and being cold, and how they both kind of helped each other figure that out, chef's kiss. Like, chef's kiss.
And I would argue it's those moments that can compete with some of Elden Ring storytelling, because like literally if you've been following Kratos' journey, it's like these moments of him opening up and like everything in between, it just really hits. And I mean, depending on how like tapped in you are into it, you may actually like, you know, cry in some instances.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, I cried when I played God of War. I'm not gonna lie.
It's passive too, because like you're getting this story information while they're like sailing a boat or you're traveling up a mountain, and you're hearing them like have these conversations in the background as like this extra. Honestly, when you really now hearing like all the sides, I feel like these, like you said, there's two different spectrums. Like one game, it's almost too curated in like the experience that it wants you to go down for the storytelling, and one game is almost, you know, too open
opposite.
where you miss things, but like the things you get and it hits, you know.
Yep 100%.
I could appreciate God of War, Ragnarok especially, in a similar vein that I would like appreciate like a Last of Us, because whenever you're playing that game, you are spending just as much time playing it and being invested in the really good gameplay mechanics as you are in the cutscenes and the dialogue of characters. And not saying that Elden Ring doesn't have that, but a majority of Elden Ring are not, there's like 2-3 cutscenes. Like there's not much cutscenes in the game in general, right? There's also not much dialogue in between stuff. You're just fighting stuff most of the time. And that's special because it makes those interactions much more unique. Like when you sit at a campfire and all of a sudden your maiden wants to talk to you, and that's not you play for like 12 hours and you got a new conversation. That's exciting because you're so used to being figuring out it yourself. Whereas like with God of War, you're looking forward to doing side quests because one, the side quest adds to the story, but while you're getting there, you're gonna talk about stuff. And also, one thing I want to give a lot of credit to God of War for is that I didn't realize this, and I probably wouldn't have thought about it if I wasn't streaming it. Whenever I was streaming that game, I was doing side quests with Atreus that other folks did with Freya. So there was different dialogue.
I didn't think about that.
So people were telling me like, yo, I'm excited to watch your playthrough because you're about to do this quest with a whole different character, and they have different dialogue with Kratos, so you're getting a whole different story. Like, there are some quests you can't do without, like the wedding quest of Freya. You have to have her there. But there are some where like the jellyfish quest. The side quest, y'all do those?
Yeah.
Who you do it with?
Atreus. I think Atreus. Yeah.
Omega.
Wait, what quest?
The jellyfish quest, the side quest where you free the jellyfish and they go in the sky and it explodes.
Is that a side quest?
Yeah.
You have to find 2 jellyfish and they make
Alfheim.
Yeah, I don't think I did that one.
You didn't do that one?
No.
Duh, that's a good quest. Okay, but that's really good.
It was pretty good.
But you can do that quest at any point in the game. So if you're with Freya or Atreus, like you will get different dialogue from Kratos and Freya that you would not get with Atreus if he wasn't there.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
so that particular and that goes for damn near every side quest in the game, and I thought that was really interesting because I did some of what would be deemed Freya side quests, like freeing some like the spirits in what's that realm called where she's from?
Oh, that one I remember doing that one. I think
is it Alfheim or something like that? I don't know.
What is it called? Vanaheim. Thank you, Chet.
Oh, Vanaheim.
Vanaheim.
Yeah.
There were quests that like Atreus would be like, I wonder what Freya thinks about this, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, because if I were to do this quest in her realm with what were her people, she would probably feel differently about this than Atreus would. That is special. I think that is a really cool feature.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a good point.
There's one thing nobody's brought up with one of my dislikes for Elden Ring,
Mm-hmm.
because everything has been, I agree with everything, but one thing that I really wasn't fond of Elden Ring too much was how they would do big patches to the single player experience. Like at first, I didn't mind it because some things had to, like that one sword where it's like the fire and the beam shit, or stuff. I don't know if swearing or whatever, but I think that one was crazy. That I can understand that one, but like with like bleed and a few other things, it's like I think
they adjusted that for PvP, not necessarily for.
They just started changing it to where now it's for PvP, but for like the in the beginning it's like you had to check out the patch notes for the builds that you worked hard to get to see, because like there's sometimes where it has happened to me, but people have put like so much stock into their weapons and then it's just useless a little bit, and I just thought that was gross. It happened to me too with I think when I just got, I don't know if it was Rivers or one of the blades that were like all talked about.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that diminishes what that game has going on with the community finding and going out and seeing all these cool things. And then the game is just like, nope, we're breaking it for PvP. It's like, I don't know.
The way that I see it is like, even unless something like is legitimately like breaking the game or something like that, I don't think like the single player like stuff like that should get balance patches at all. Like if somebody wanted to use the Sword of Night and Flame or whatever, like who cares? Like it's not like again, you can tweak it for PvP or something like that. And yeah, I agree that sword was overtuned, but so is a lot of the shit. The Mimic is OP.
Bruh, when they broke the Mimic's legs, bro. Oh my gosh, I wanted to really use that thing. That hurt me.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like, why? If somebody wanted to like have something like completely broken, because there's something about like a game like Elden Ring to me that it feels nice to break that game because it's a game that wants to break you. You know what I mean? So it feels really good when like you get so strong or you get so good that like the things that used to give you a lot of pain and a lot of struggle, like you're just like washing them, and like nerfing that is, I think that's why.
Yeah, because like with Elden Ring, you have the option to play the game in a manner where you're overpowered and you're then coming in everything as the boss. It's an RPG in that factor, right? And I feel like them diminishing the weapons kind of destroy how some people really play RPGs out here to get over leveled and then go in there and feel like the boss himself. That was like the only thing that was my gripe, to the same degree like them holding your hand with like them ruining puzzles was the gripe in God of War.
Those
were like my two big ones.
That's completely fair. No, I actually forgot that it happened. I'm glad you mentioned that because that was a really big thing in like the first like few months of the game when there was a lot of stuff that was like Rivers of Blood. The katana was a big one. Moonveil was a big one. A lot of katanas were really popular. The Sword of Night and Flame, yeah, that one was crazy.
That was the only crazy. That one was really crazy. Yeah.
Oh, and no, and the other one too. The stomp, the ice stomp. Remember this?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The Halfrost.
Is that what it was? Something like that. Yeah. That was used in like every single speed run. Like it was like that Hoarfrost stomp. Thank you. Yeah, that was really broken. But then like, it was like consistent in every speed run. It was very broken. But then like once they got patched, people figured out how to teleport speed runs. I don't know if you saw that. But like,
the current Elden Ring any % speed run is absolutely insane.
Yeah, because you can.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like you're playing a game. It's just like ridiculous. Bro, but dude pointing out the whips, that was what I found, and I used them. These are my weapons, and they got nerfed like right before I finished the game. That's what got me, bro. Yeah, because they had an advantage against humans, and I guess it was crazy. I'm over here using this on like PvE mostly. Like this is what I cared for. So I don't know.
Somebody the one that you got in the mountains when you fought the invader or no?
Yes, I think so. The dude had that cool outfit. Yes, his whips. Yeah.
That's crazy. I got that weapon, but I don't think I ever used it.
Whips were crazy. Whips were
Bro,
crazy.
they were
Whips
so
wait,
good,
hold on.
bro.
Wait, hold on.
That's crazy in this month,
Whoa,
man.
whoa.
Wait,
I'm
okay,
right here.
so,
I'm
okay,
right here,
so
bro.
back to criticism. Back to criticism. Okay, I will say there's one thing. Yo, chat, relax, bro. We're talking. Relax.
Talking about the Rihanna song. Come on.
Hey, there you go. God of War. There is one thing that I like. I like it a lot. And that's second favorite game. But I'm not gonna lie. There were some side quests that I felt, and this is kind of my fault as well, because there were some that I didn't realize how busted my character was and how busted my build was. And then I went back and did some side quests that I kind of just won. There's a really funny clip where I like fight one of the. I do the Freya side quest late, the wedding one, and the the big alligator thing like jumps out of the water.
Oh yeah,
I was
did that
like
one really early.
So bro, I didn't do that till I damn near beat the game. I beat that boss in 2 hits, so I'm not. I'm not.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to use that. That's just natural progression in the game. There were stuff. There were just some boss fights that did not. They were not that fun to me the 5th time I did it. Does that make sense? Like there were because this I'm not expecting a unique boss for every single encounter because that's not realistic. Like Elden Ring had repeats too, but for me, the repeats in Elden Ring were not as insufferable as like the 15th time I fought a big crocodile in God of War.
Yeah. The crocodiles became the new trolls, yeah.
Or, dude, oh my, I'm not gonna lie, that 4th dragon fight, I'm like, dog. But these are all side quests though, so if you didn't do this, you wouldn't know. But whenever you get to the crater, which I think the crater is one of the most magnificent things in gaming. Afro, did you do that yet in God of War?
That's it's like side
it's
post
side
stuff.
quests.
Post, no, I haven't. If
Okay,
it's post.
so I won't go into details. It's not even post technically because
it's not. Yeah.
Whenever you remember, I'll tell you how to get to it. Remember whenever you do the quest whenever in Vanaheim where like the really cool moment whenever the big dude jumps off the flying boat. It says for Vanaheim.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Are you talking about where you're figuring out what happened there?
Yes.
Type beat.
Yes.
Yeah. I did do that.
Oh yeah, whenever the dog like walks away and you follow his footsteps, you did that.
They had like blue marks on the ground type beat or the footprints type stuff. Yes, I did do that.
Okay,
I did do that.
so like the fact that they hid that area from the if you don't follow his footsteps, you never do that stuff. I had to tell Mega, I was like, bro, you do the crater yet? He's like, what is that? And I'm like, bro, like that halted me beating the game because I found those footsteps and I went back and I was like, oh my god, there's a lot
of stuff in there,
bro. It took me 5 hours.
It's a lot.
I was in it for a brick.
Because there's sub levels and the sub levels. Like
then
you find out about like what's Kratos' wife's name?
Faye.
Faye. Yeah.
Faye. You find out.
Oh, actually, I gotta change my mind about something about God of War. I called it a 10 before, but once I saw what Faye looked like, that's just an 8.
Yo, stop! No, stop!
An 8 is crazy.
Stop it! Stop! No, I will not allow any. No. You're crazy.
You tripping over there?
You're crazy. Just stop. Bro. That's Deborah Ann Wall. You gotta relax, bro. That's Karen from Daredevil. You tweaking? You are tweaking.
That's crazy.
You're a tweak.
If I speak.
What?
If I speak, I'm losing my channel. I can't.
How would you even say that? Yo, my God. Well, we had a good run, y'all. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Grand opening, grand closing.
Shout out to Deborah Ann Wall. Shout out to Faye. I enjoyed your performance a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Great performance. Yeah, for sure.
Jesus. Oh, I was powered by Twitch.
There it is.
So, anyways, yeah, I think some of the but yeah, by the 4th or 5th time that I fought a dragon, it just became so unintuitive to me. Like it was just not. It was just I got annoyed when I saw a dragon. I'm like, oh, all right.
Okay, but were you playing on God of War though?
Yes.
God of War difficulty?
Yes.
Them dragons will monkey you though. That's the thing. That was not fun, bro.
The first dragon kind of had me in a headlock, but after that, it was just like, oh, it was cool. Like
really?
Yes.
What? Do you remember? I don't know if it was purple health for you at that time, but it was like the second dragon in the crater area. He had like the ice ability. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I do know. Okay, that
dragon had me in a chokehold.
That one did give me the hardest time. He gave me the hardest time.
There are some standouts because, like, even with the berserkers, like most of the berserkers, did you do the berserkers at Afro?
I've done 3 so far. I haven't.
Okay, most of them you kind of like walking through, but there's like 2 or 3 of them berserkers that is like, bro, who made
What is
this?
you doing? What is you doing? And why are you doing it to me? Yeah, bro.
No, I agree. There were definitely some berserkers because I did all of them. There were definitely some where I was like,
why did you?
You know, like you're cool. You know, but then there were some that I'm like, yo, this is fire. But yeah, I think again, I'm not. My problem isn't with like repeated bosses. It's just like over time for me. But I know this is different for me because I didn't struggle with that many bosses in the game in general. Now there were a couple, like I was in there for a long time,
Man.
for a very long time. But a lot of them I didn't spend that much time on.
I agree.
But that's like a that very playthrough to playthrough.
And it's optional, so it's not like
it is also optional. But since I damn near 100% completed both those games. I'm like I get to compare like the entire the slog because Elden Ring had a slog too. Every game has a slog at some point. You know. Yeah. Like you
think Elden Ring had a slog?
Once you get to the fire giant, I think the game does get a little worse. I was not a big fan of the I forgot the name again. The castle area. Not the first one, the end game one. I can't think of it. It's at the top of the map where you fight the last boss. Godric?
Not Godric. No. You fight the last boss there. The last boss. You fight Margit again. Margot. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of the name of the area though. Is that general not
Is it
Landell. Thank you. Landell. That area. I was not that tapped in for that area personally. The capital, yeah. When we stormed the capital, yeah. I was not that tapped into it. Now, do I think the slogs in Elden Ring were worse than other games? No. Elden Ring slogs some games peaks. But I did not enjoy the trek up the mountain to go to the fire giant. Thought that was kind of eh. But that entire mountain area I do think was great because there were a lot of places you could explore up there. And remember I accidentally found the I think a big part of that game is if you got to experience it for the first time and no spoilers. Because finding Melania by myself, that was peak. Like, because the way you find the area to get to her is a whole side quest that again you could completely skip. But yeah. I think also I wasn't a big fan of the that underworld area too. Where the boss fight there was gas.
Wait, you talking about where you fought the dude with the blood damage weapons? I can't remember his name. Moog, yeah.
Oh, the sewers.
Wait, really?
No. That's not underground. No. I'm talking about where you finish the Lady Death side quest.
I know what you're talking about.
You fight the big the big dragon in the different world in the dream sequence. The area that's in, I was just like, eh.
It's like the Minotaurs and like the Spirit Minotaurs are all down there, right?
Spirit Minotaurs.
With the Minotaurs with the arrows shooting at you.
Yeah, that's like not the part where that side quest takes place, but you got to go through there.
Yeah, no. The area that I'm thinking of is like literally the area where you have to go to before you meet Fia.
Oh,
yeah, it's like the area with those reindeer things.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
With the big, the root of the tree, like you're under the tree.
Yeah.
At that point.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't like that area at all. Not gonna lie, I could have gone without that.
It wasn't my favorite, but I wouldn't say I liked it.
I think the only area that's literally terrible to me is if you're trying to get like that evil ending. Those sewers, that puzzle, like all that stuff you got to do.
I didn't see it in my first playthrough, but I did see it afterwards. Looks
that's the only thing that I would consider being like actually like not fun.
I actually never went there either. To be fair,
actually, no, I did end up there, but I didn't figure out that area. I was trying to get out of that area whenever I got there.
Bro, that area is ridiculous, bro. But, if you do it without any guide, like you there for a hot grip.
The thing is, like, I'm not saying the area that I'm referring to. I can't think of but I'll say the roots of the world tree. I think is what it was. It wasn't bad. I just wasn't like as tapped in because there were there were other areas in that game, like a majority of the areas in the game were so good to me that the ones that don't stand out like that, I'm like, oh man, this is kind of like, I want to go back here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I meant by a slog, where I'm like, like, this is filler. You know what I mean? It's cool, but this is the areas of the game. Whenever a game is perfect, the low points are hard to find. you know? But I think the general consensus here is those games are like kind of
masterpieces.
Yeah,
like
1B, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like they both set out to do like a thing, and they just excelled in that one area.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna see very many games that are better than these. And I think it's, to me, I think I have like some sort of like gamer fatigue or something like that, because like there's games that come out that I can recognize like as good games, but they're like so much like a lot of the other stuff that I've already played. Like Horizon is like a perfect example. I think Horizon is a really good game, but it's just like nothing special. So because it's nothing special, like it doesn't like hit for me. I would rather play a game that is like technically worse but more unique than something that is like a like better crafted game but is like so many of its contemporaries. Like but Elden Ring and God of War are like the standouts. They like define a generation of games.
Right. Well,
Afro,
Yeah.
good to have you here.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, thank you for having me.
I think we have an announcement that you would like to make.
Oh, we talking about that? All right,
But before we talk about it, I have a video for us to run. That will then we'll dive into it.
All right.
You know, some of you you might know, you might not know, but and for the time being, enjoy this little video. Round of applause for that. Wow.
Hashtag Beam Struggle.
W's in chat.
Let's go.
W's in chat. You got the crowd. Oh, guys, thank you.
If you guys like the convos that we had right now, expect to see more of that pretty soon when Beam comes back.
This Sunday. Lock in, boys.
Afro.
Lock the fuck in. Yeah. So
we have a time?
Care to comment?
Yeah, I mean, is 8 p.m. EST still good for everybody?
That's good for me.
All right, 8 p.m. EST everyday Beam, pretty much like they said, pretty much the same vibes to the T. All the homies just talking about recent and relevant topics, and things of that nature. It's just good vibes, less banter, like just there's no other way to put it. We were gone for like what 3, maybe even 4 years type beat, but now we coming back for season 3.
Has it been 3? Yeah.
Season 3. Season 3.
Has it been that long?
We give you the best 12 episodes of a podcast known to man, and maybe we might go farther than that this time. But that's the idea. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. EST. Lock it in, bro. We'll see you there.
Lock it in.
There it is.
AfroSenju, the head of the head Hydra, the head of the snake. Catch us on basically all of our channels, right? Whoever's live.
Yeah. Everybody you're seeing right now will have a version of the Beam. So go ahead, pick and choose. Go ahead, multi-stream it. Show some love.
Yes, sir. Well, we're back. We're back. Well, man, thank you, Afro, for sharing that with us.
Hey, thank you for having me, bro. It was good passively going back between Elden Ring and God of War.
It was like
shout outs to the goats.
It was like we're gonna argue real fast, and it's like, you know what? No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like nobody was saying a thing that I could argue. It's like, dang, you spitting? You spitting? Omega opened my eyes, bro. Like he said so much. I'm like, dang, hold on, wait, did I miss? But nah, I like them both the same. That was a cool combo.
Yeah, they're both awesome games.
Because you know what, Elden Ring got to benefit from the same thing that Animal Crossing did, except Elden Ring's a good game.
What?
Remember, Animal Crossing was a pandemic, right? It's like, oh my God, we're all stuck inside.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
I'm gonna send you a picture of my cat and it's put it in your house, and I'm gonna send you a box with some shoes in it. Whereas like Elden Ring, because then that game died like 4 months after that. They got later updates, whatever. But Elden Ring got to benefit from the social experience from a single player game. That's pretty cool, I think, because it adds to it, you know. An already good game needs more stuff added to it. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna go to the last segment of the show and wrap up here soon. AfroSenju, round of applause again for the boys.
Big shouts. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. It was
W
cool
for
sticking
shout.
around with y'all.
Thank
Hey,
you,
take
bro.
it easy. Everybody in chat, take it easy. Peace out.
W's for Afro. W.
God, he's so fine.
W.
Love to see him go.
W's, man. All right. If you stuck around for the entire 3.5 hours of broadcast, I want to say thank you to everyone here. We are going to end the show on a high note, something that we can't miss out on, something that we've been looking forward to doing. Part of the reason we're doing the show is now we've highlighted games, music, TV shows, all kinds of media. We've brought in some of our friends that were available, even had a surprise appearance from Zach Fox himself, a winner of one of these awards for his appearance on Abbott Elementary. Thank you. We are now going to segue into highlighting some other creators that we just fuck with. I'm not on the front page no more, so I can say that. But that's not too crazy though, because I'm still powered by Twitch. That we fuck with. We want to just highlight some other folks that we want y'all to go watch, some folks that we want y'all to go support that deserve a little bit of glazing themselves. So Omega, I will toss it to you first. Go ahead. Who are some people you want to shout out today?
One of the first people that I wanted to shout out is a kid living up in New York City. I say kid, you know, he's a man, but you know, to me, he's a kid because like he's been watching me for a long time since he was a little kid, and to see him grow as a person, no, to see him grow as a person and as a businessman and as a fashion designer has been amazing. I want to shout out my homie Richie. He designed this hoodie that I'm wearing right now. I've been wearing it for the whole entire show. The owner of Fullmetal clothing, fullmetal.co. If you guys want to go check out their clothes, they just dropped these hoodies. Like I want to say this week, and you can go ahead and cop you your hoodie. He's done merch with me. He's done merch with Moon. He's a real hard worker. Deserves his flowers. Deserves the support.
Good quality. Yeah, I agree.
Great quality. Small business owner. A kid in New York living out his dream, trying to make something happen, and he's an inspiration. You know what I mean? So shout out Fullmetal. If you guys like the designs and stuff like that, feel free to go ahead. That's the young god right there. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Another shout out I wanted to give was to the man that was just here, AfroSenju.
Oh yeah.
Now that he's not here, I can glaze because glazing in front of him does a kind of weird change.
W.
But
can't look him in the eyes and glaze.
Nah. The reason why I appreciate Afro so much as a friend and as an inspiration as a content creator, I'm sure a lot of you guys have had inspiration with him as well. He's one of those content creators that really wears his heart on his sleeve, a really true and genuine dude. And no matter what he's going through, he has these moments where he'll talk real to us, like as whether he's talking to me as a friend or talking to you guys on YouTube about him going through some hard things. But no matter what he goes through, he always perseveres and comes back. You know what I mean? And that level of strength, that level of fight, that perseverance is something that's always inspired me. Just as a friend, watching him do that, as a friend, watching him grind and do his thing, it's always been like a super big inspirational moment for me. And I wanted to give him his flowers because I think that he's a dude that just like never backs down, always rises to the occasion, does what he needs to do. And yeah, I'm very happy to call him one of my very best friends, and I'm very happy that he's had all the success that he's had, and I can't wait for him to see even more of that.
W Glaze.
W.
Wow.
W.
Well, AfroSenju and Fullmetal and Richie, here's your W. Congratulations. Round of applause. Clap, clap, clap. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Now, MoonMonkey, I pass the mic to you. Who is somebody you want to shout out really fast?
I want to shout out to Data Dave. When we talk about black content creators, look no further than Data Dave. This man is a hard-working I don't think there's many, I would say, is going to be as hardworking as he voice acts, streams, brandy. Like it's inspiration, honestly, just to see him work. Big hats off to you. Appreciate the work that you're doing, not only for yourself, but paving the road for what could be done for other people of color. So I want to just take my hat off and just say shout outs to you, you know, doing it big out there. I got to show some love. Also, who I got to show some love to is Soul King Lives. Now we have another, you know, designer that we're just showing love to. He is unapologetically black. Love the content he puts out, you know, similar, you know, field, entertainment, media, anime, all in that same scope. I just got to say, I just wanted to show love to both of these content creators because I feel like not many people are going to put a spotlight on, and I want to use this platform to shine it on people such as the like. So shout outs to you.
W's, man.
Yeah.
Great choices. And now it is up to the guy that still doesn't have his. I'm playing. No, I'm playing. I have my shit.
Who you glazing, gang?
Hard, man. There's a lot of people. All right. So I want to open up with, I want to give my first W to LordBalvin for his great efforts on Twitch.
That's a sleeper right there.
He edited the videos today for the stream. I'm streaming it. I mean, he's streaming it. You know, he's got the setup. He's great to work with. I think. You know what I'm saying? He's
great to work with.
Great. I'm sure we got to hear that. And you know, okay, I'm playing. No glaze. I want to give my first W to someone that we should all know by now, but I think that they need to be known more for the work that they put in and the amount of influence they have in so many different worlds. The first W goes to that bronze girl.
I knew it. Okay. Yes, sir.
That
the
bronze
girl. The goat.
That bronze girl, the voice acting, writing, tabletop hosting,
what
DMing,
else?
streaming, like everything, bro. She's the GOAT for real. So if you don't already, go follow her, go tweet her W's or you know, do anything, but please go follow her on Twitch and Twitter and so forth because she is extremely hard work. She's funny. She's a host. I've hosted shows with her before. Like she's amazing. So please go follow Bronze. That is my first W. My second W, I might have to go off script, fellas, because I might have to give 3 or 4 of these right. So if you have any more you want to give out, cut me off. You know what I'm saying? We're 3.5 hours in, so we could have been out here a while. My next W, I want to give to Kiera Please.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Go.
I feel like Kiera has been on a crazy run that not many people have like really sat down and talked about like since like last year, especially with hosting the Netflix show, being one of like the most prominent black women in the space in general, the cosplay queen. Like she's funny, she's a host, she's a great streamer, she's a friend of all of ours. So it's really cool to see because I think I've known about her before I knew what her name was because of the cosplays, and then now to call her a friend and be able to support like the streams is really cool, man. So shout out to Kiera, man. She's a massive W. I might go 3P like Jordan. Right?
Keep going. What else?
Another one. I want to give a shout out. This one's not in our realm, so I might not know them. Her name is Black Crystal. She is a streamer, content creator, host, and she's on the roster for Rooster Teeth.
What else?
She does content for them over there. She does like she hosts shows, she does podcasts, she streams every like 3 days a week, playing a bunch of different games. She's really big into anime and is really about just spreading positivity. She's super cool. I got to meet her at DreamCon last year, and that was back in April. And I'm watching, like, being like not only her friend, but being able to see what she's put out in this amount of time and her work on Rooster Teeth is really cool. And I just salute her. I love seeing black women be prominent in this space and killing it. So shout out to her.
W.
Is that it? shout out to my boys. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to my home.
Shout out
Shout out to the mandem.
Shout out
Hey,
to
y'all
my
know-
gang. Shout out to my brothers.
Y'all know who you are, bro. Shout out to
my
everybody
brothers.
here.
Like, I ain't gotta go
Shout
into
out,
details, man.
you know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody. You know who we rock with.
Shout
You know
out
who
to
they
the
are.
hood, man. Like
You feel me?
We couldn't have done it without
yeah.
y'all, bro.
Yeah, y'all hold it down, baby. Y'all
you know
hold
what
it
I'm saying?
down.
It's all love, dog. And yeah, shout out to all our friends, really. Like W's to everybody around that you see around us. W's to like
every single one of our homies, man. They're all inspirations.
Bro, Kaggy, like man, like Tevin, man, like bro, it just the
Keep
list,
going.
like our mods, bro, like the viewers, bro, like everybody is not everybody's a W.
No, it's easy on the viewers. I don't really mess with all of them.
You know,
But we're only here because of y'all, man. Like we only got this opportunity because of y'all. Like we appreciate your support. And yeah, y'all be annoying as shit sometimes, but at the end of the day, like
some,
I understand why it's so hard to get speeches now at award shows. I'm like, damn, I don't want to miss none of the homies, bro. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying.
You know what
like,
I'm saying? This is hard.
You start to understand when like they come with the speech, like, oh, I wish I had a speech written down.
Yeah,
like, who else,
bro? Like, man, shout out to Sacred, bro. Shout out to
shout out my boy Lotus, bro.
Shout out to Fighting Game Don,
Fighting Game God. Shout out Dotto Doya, who was actually part of the show at with the voice of Landon. So shout out him. Shout out Cyriac. Shout out Dino Rhyme Style. Shout out everybody, bro.
Shout out Nanogenic. Shout out the whole hood, bro. Like,
Thunder, come on, we can't. Come on,
shout out Thunder,
the boys,
bro.
The boys.
The whole shout out to the man. Like, you know, who would have thought? Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Trying to think, man. You know, for real. Shout out to Squad Beam. This Sunday, y'all getting back. Y'all getting back. Y'all getting more of us. Oh yeah, shout out to Senna too. Shout out to she's been a great friend, and she's been growing. Like,
she's been killing it too. W's.
She is on fire
W's
recently.
Another
Big
W of 2022 right there.
Yo,
yes.
Like, shout out to that's a HyperX rising star right there. Shout out to Senna.
Okay.
Like just W's, bro. W's to everybody. Yeah. And you know, if we rock with them, we rock with them. If you see us around them, we rock with them, you know what I mean? So, we could go here. We could be here all night. So, since we're an hour over our time, I want to ask the boys. You know, since it's kind of after dark, we don't want to we don't want to be here too much longer. But it is after dark. We have some other categories that we.
Is it time?
I mean, at the W's, like, the show is about positivity, uplifting, and celebrating big W's. But sometimes it's a W when someone takes an L. You know? So just really quickly, we're not gonna be that long, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I wanna hand out our next award, you know.
The L of 2022, baby.
The L of John, where's the graphic? John, get the graphic. I know you got one, John. Run the graphic, John. Run the graphic. Where is it, John? John? Oh my God, I'll do it myself. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. L of the year. And now come back to me. Hello. Hey. Okay.
Yes, sir.
L of the year. So, I'll throw my hat in first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to take the L of the year, number 1. We got to give it up for Tory Lanez, everybody. Round of applause.
I knew it. Yes,
Round of applause. Round of applause.
Round of applause for Tory Lanez.
Round of applause for the biggest L of the year. Round of applause.
Huge L.
It's one of those L's that you love to see, you know?
You love to see it.
You love to see it, you know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and plop the crowd off. You know, Omega, is there anybody you want to...
Oh, wait. I have one, but I don't think I can say it. My thing frozen.
Go ahead, Moon. Go ahead.
I would say Andrew Tate. Look, let me just get them L's. For someone to get packed up, but flawlessly, it takes effort to get. That's talent to get that many L's. This might be a sweep for L's in this category right now.
Crazy sweep. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, Omega, could you tell John who you want to say, and then I'll.
Okay. I'm almost positive I can't say this one, but I'll tell John.
I think I already know.
I'm a little scared.
Yo, all right, yup.
I don't think I can say that one.
Oh yeah, you can't. You definitely
Politics,
cannot.
man. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
You def cannot.
Let's just say like
Anyway, Sunday Beam struggled.
if I had like a big AK, I would not be taking shots. Like you know, does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
I don't even think like
Yeah.
low key. I just feel like
Yeah.
like is DJing even really that hard?
Right. Nah, for real. You gotta really think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you should put out.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So
You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
But yeah. So we, you know, if you made it this long, congratulations. You got to see the L of the year. We
Another L I like to hand out is going to be to the My Hero Academia community. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you do it. Just to tune in and day out to me. Honestly, my hat's off to you guys because, you know, I used to think that, you know, the Bleach community was down, but now we eating. All right, listen.
Also,
we used to be.
I gotta give it L of the year too, bro. When I turn on my song request, if any of you bum ass niggas request Baby Keem, I'm gonna lose my shit. That Baby Keem album is not good, and Mr. Around the Big Steppers is dog shit.
Talk.
All right.
Talk. Talk.
Thank you, Twitch, for sponsoring.
Yes. Powered by. Oh, I don't know if it's powered anymore.
I don't know.
Hold on. The lights went off. It's not powered.
Oh no,
Whoa.
they're cutting the power off. Are they cutting us off?
Yo.